Andrea, we close most of our shows telling our listeners how they can come see you up at Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa. Do you want to tell the listeners the cool news, or can I?
I think I've got this one, Adam. Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa is joining the Dichotomy Media team, and this time, the investment is being turned around to you, the listener. Keep your eye on our podcast Facebook page for contests and giveaways that include massages, pedicures, and gift cards for all services. Brent Allen is a Paul Mitchell-focused salon, which keeps us up to date on the latest hair trends and fashions.
The atmosphere at Brent Allen is inviting as well as comfortable. The spa brings the definition of tranquility into a reality. You can enjoy a wide range of massage techniques to facials, body scrubs, wraps, pedicures, waxing, spray tan, and much more.
Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa is located at 3570 North Highway 1 in Cocoa, just 1 mile north of 528. Come in and see us in person or visit us online. The pricing and menu of services can be found at BrentAllenSalon.net or call to book an appointment at 321-639-7376. If you book with me, be sure to mention this ad and receive 20% off your first service.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
You gotta play with it a little bit and it gets excited.
All right, and on that note, welcome to Living Podcariously. Aw, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that
yeah.
was a trick. You can't catch me when I'm talking about bones.
I am Adam. I'm one of your regular hosts of Living Podcariously. Sitting across from me over in studio.
I am Tach, and I am also one of the regular hosts.
That's right.
Sitting across from me on the Lady Chase.
Hi, this is Andrea Joy.
Yes, and we no Josh, at least
Andrea.
not at least not now. He'll be in here a little bit later in this episode. He's driving back over, Mr. Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I gotta touch your
Blowjob.
dick.
Got to do what?
What?
That's the
what?
punishment.
Yes.
Mouth hug.
So I either get a blowjob or Tack touches my dick.
When
One
you
of the
get
two?
it right, you get a reward.
From
When you
who?
get it wrong, you get it punished.
No, that's
Which
a
one?
reward.
Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. Which one's the punishment?
Right?
You think a blowjob is a punishment?
From Tack? I don't know. I've never had a blowjob from Tack.
I'm not giving you a mouth hug.
I'm the mouth hugger.
Speaking of the best mouth hugs in Orlando, our special guest joining us on studio this week.
That would be me.
He just hosted his next The Twisted 10, so go check that out as well.
Yep.
Mr. Rocky Socha with What's the Fuss podcast.
Hey, thank you guys
What's
for having
up?
me.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I was thinking a good punishment was you have to stick your dick in that sticky bowl of candy and eat whatever sticks to your balls.
I love it. All right, next time you get the name wrong.
I have to teabag the candy bowl.
Yeah, whatever sticks because something's gonna stick. A bunch of stuff stuck to my hand.
Yeah.
Yep, there was a
what you have to eat.
melted warhead
But
in
then-
the package when I opened the brand new package.
But then
Warhead's
who
the
wants
best.
to eat the candy after that? My balls have been in them.
I'll still eat it.
it's probably not so bad because that stickiness, it's not what you think
It's
it is.
Tack's
Oh, God.
balls.
It's not warhead.
It's cum.
It's not warhead. It was
We
sour.
did leave him alone when we bought the candy, and I gave him
Yeah.
the bowl of candy right after I opened it. So
Well, I
his
tasted.
hands
I
might have
tasted a
been-
lot of it. There was a bunch floating around in the bottom, and it was
salty?
definitely sour.
Yeah.
It wasn't salty. It
Are you
was sour.
vaping on the show?
Yeah.
It was really sour.
Tack, have you been eating? She did that in Twisted 10 too. I'm like, Andrea.
No, I wasn't. I was comparing big mouthpieces to little mouthpieces.
Keep going.
I just was feeling. I didn't actually touch it that time. I wasn't paying
It's all
attention.
good. It's all
I
good.
like your no vape rule. We don't do that on my show. My producer Etchy just vapes crazy, and then you can like he'll talk like this because he's got a bunch of smoke.
Yeah.
He does it all the time.
We might change that to where if we've got the sponsor that I'm trying to bring on board with us, they are a vape and a smoke shop and stuff
Ooh,
like that.
then we can vape.
Well,
awesome.
well, sort of.
That's
Hang on.
what's up.
I don't want vaping because vaping is annoying. I've listened to too many podcasts that
Can
have
you
that
hear
going
it?
on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
you
is
can almost
this?
hear it.
I don't hear it at all.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either.
Awesome. See,
You didn't blow anything though. Anyway, but I think if we're going to have them on, I think what would be kind of cool is to bring in different flavors and try them on the air, and basically a way for us to get free vape tech. That's basically what I'm going
the thing
for.
is, you're going to have to find other vapors that want to hear that on, you get up close and you can hear the crackle, I know that some people, I don't vape, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know
you're right.
Isn't the heat like a big thing?
No, I think mine's quiet because I have it like down to like 16. And what is yours at?
16 watts.
I usually do 30.
I vape at 120.
So maybe that's why I can do it quietly. I would mess up and make it loud so I don't.
The only time I vape is if I'm at a Tom and Dan event or somewhere out in town and someone recognizes me and they want to give me a vape of their like weed stuff, and then I just hit it. Like I don't know what it is, who it is, whose mouth has been on it. I'll just take it and then feel weird the rest of the day. That shit'll get you so stoned.
It'll also get you herpes.
Herpes?
Yes.
Oh man.
Well, mouth herpes.
I gotta stop.
Cold sores.
Mouth herpes.
Yeah,
you don't want that. How do you cure herpes?
You can't ever.
No,
never.
Nothing.
No. So if you have like some kind of
medicine.
cut or maybe a zit that you popped that was open and they had it and they had it and they did it and then you did it. You would have it.
One weird night of drinking out of the wrong glass, you can never have a job in retail again.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically, you can take medication where it keeps it on remission.
Keeps it at bay.
Yeah, and you can't. It doesn't have flare ups.
I don't want that in my life.
It happened to my daughter with a sippy cup
Oh, that's horrible.
at a daycare.
I got mono from a cup when I was a kid, so I feel that sucks.
I know.
A
So for the
sippy
rest
cup?
of her life, from when she was like 2 years old,
She can
she'll get like a little flare up, get a little cold sore.
My God, that's horrible.
That's sick.
Well, yeah.
So
anyway,
I brought like a little list here, but to preamble the list,
a
got
preamble.
well,
That's a big word, Ty.
like I know you don't like to talk about topical stuff, but this one kind of like
Topical
that makes sense.
cures
Topical
like an
cream.
infection.
Sunscreen.
Okay.
No.
Like, yes,
for
you do.
instance-
You're right. I like evergreen content a lot.
I know.
enjoy
Right.
it.
Coconut oil. It's for everything. You can use it to cook with, for sunburns, for lube, everything.
You chew it. You don't need to brush
Lube.
your teeth. I've heard.
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
I don't know if that's a thing.
That's what Bear Grylls said. He's like, no, I just keep it in my mouth.
Really.
Yeah, coconut
Interesting.
oil. Yeah,
It has healing properties too. So
really,
that
I've
makes
heard
sense.
that cooking bear meat with coconut oil is the shit.
Any
Really?
meat. It's delicious. It's great
Okay,
oil.
So Kevin Spacey recently,
Jesus.
Yes.
And
which is really sad because I
This
really
broke
love
Edgy's
Kevin Spacey.
I love this guy. He's a great actor.
He guy's a chameleon. He can
Yeah.
do anything.
yeah.
And his impressions are just amazing. Spot on.
Man, there were some other ones that got me that, Danny Matheson or whatever from that 70s show,
Danny
Hyde.
Masterson, yeah.
What did he
Masterson,
do?
I'm sorry. Well, it's allegations.
Yeah,
It's all
all alleged,
allegations.
yeah.
But apparently 4 girls have come forward saying that he actually raped them. And so now a lot of this stuff is coming forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
so,
sick.
well, it started with the Kevin Spacey because as soon as that came out, Netflix pulled his show
Yeah,
immediately within a couple days.
House of Cards?
House
No.
of Cards.
Was it
yeah.
House of Cards? Yeah.
And then some people were like, well, how come they're not pulling The Ranch? Danny Masterson's on that. And so that's, wow, shit. So
Do you know what
now-
happened to Kevin Spacey? What rumors have come out about him?
That he raped for. Oh, who?
No.
No.
His is something, and correct me here because this is all just like what I've heard through some other
Okay.
news medias, but wasn't he like courting a 14 or a couple different 14-year-old?
He jerked off on a ficus is what it really was.
Wasn't quite. Allegedly, it was Anthony Rapp was the one that came out.
And now, is that the gentleman that was in, is that the same kid, and I could be wrong, that was in Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
That's who that is? Okay, I thought so. He
okay.
was great. He's a wonderful actor. And at that time, he would have been a young 30
that's
years
true.
ago, he would have been a young man. 14, apparently?
Well, in Days and Confused, he was a little older. He was probably like 20.
Well, no.
one was
I'm
he?
saying
When he was 14, he was in a on Broadway show with Kevin Spacey back when he was like 27 or something like that. And the allegations were that Kevin Spacey was intoxicated and was like coming on to him and like touched him or something or
When he was
It was more than that.
27?
so, like had him on his lap. What was
Yeah,
it?
no, well, from what I heard, and this is all hearsay, and I don't remember the source on this. I don't think it was Joe Rogan. I'm really going back in my brain. I do not know where I heard this. So my sources could be incorrect. I heard that he like picked him up and Kevin Spacey picked up this gentleman and like took him to his room, smelled of alcohol, and like sort of laid him down and tried to like basically make out with him, and you know, he was very inappropriate, especially if this gentleman was 14 at the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then he tried to throw a huge red herring by
coming out as gay,
basically saying that he was gay, and that's why he's also a child molester. He basically tried to insinuate that gay people also do this, but I think people are smarter than that. I think people are smarter than that. I don't think that people think that gay people do that.
Yeah, no.
I think everybody knew that's horseshit. Dude.
Well, he said that he said he does not remember the event. He said he was extremely intoxicated. It was a weird time in his life. He was heavily in alcohol.
He said if it did happen, that's how
he apologized. Like, I don't remember this, but I apologize. Oh my God. You know, I'm sorry. And then he came out as gay.
Basically saying, all this horrible, I did this horrible stuff, but I'm gay. So like now you can't touch me. I'm gay. Like he thought that was going to help, and it absolutely
gay is,
didn't.
I mean, it's so indifferent. It's so different than pedophilia.
Has nothing to do with being a child molester.
Yeah, correct. 100% right.
So,
oh wow, did you get that first pube yet? Kevin Spacey wants to know, Tach.
So Kevin Spacey, and then of course we had Bill Cosby a few years ago. I don't know if you guys have seen like the whole movement that Corey Feldman is on right now.
Yeah, exposing all the celebrities for all their shit.
Slowly, he's doing it because the libel laws there are really hard to enforce. We actually just did an episode on this where we kind of went over a lot of this stuff. Not to pimp my own show on your show,
dude,
but
of course, plug anything you want to on here. You know that.
I just learned about this stuff, so I'm kind of excited about the topic. Is the only reason because I just learned a lot of this stuff, and I'm glad that you're talking about it because it does need to be talked about.
You know, I'm not saying not to do that. I mean, exposing something that's horrible obviously should be done, and I praise. I mean, I've never thought I'd actually say I praise Corey Feldman for something, but
praise Corey. I say it all the time after every meal, or right before every meal.
He looks like fucking Skrillex to me so much.
Yeah, well, he does look a lot like the guy from Skrillex. What's his name? Sonny
something. Yeah,
fuck.
I know him as
I used to
Skrillex.
skateboard with the kid.
Really?
Yeah, he was a little bit younger than me, but he skateboarded in Orlando. He was okay too, and
cool.
and then he was in a band from First to Last, and they were awesome. I loved From First to Last, and then he became Sonny fucking what's his fucking name? He's really good. I don't know, very talented individual, but that's not who we're talking about right now.
No.
Sorry, Tach.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And and two other people that were also on this as well.
Sonny John Moore. Sorry.
There we go. Sonny Moore.
Two other guys that were also into this whole wanting to expose pedophilia and child molestation in the entertainment industry were also, a lot of people think is a big conspiracy, was Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington as well.
What?
Really?
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, supposedly they were both working together, and they have like a foundation and all this kind of thing, and they were about to come out and expose like all this pedophilia and child molestation in the entertainment industry.
Both victims
and then
themselves,
they both
correct?
are quote commit suicide within like a month or so.
Yeah. They were really good friends. I didn't know that
Andrea.
they were doing all that. I didn't know that they were doing all that. They were very good friends. Wow, that's insane.
So a lot of people think it's a conspiracy, and then they were murdered, and
They were murdered
to made look like it was a suicide.
You gotta think. Corey Feldman right now is attacking and threatening to attack people that have more money. They are the upper 1% of the U.S. That's a lot of money and a lot of ties.
He said he's got 10 people. He just apparently put out one of the names, the lowest level of the 10 that he's going to put out right now. But unfortunately, like I said earlier, these libel laws in California that deal with defamation of character are extremely hard to enforce. And also, when there's no
evidence,
proof, there's no
credibility.
evidence, there's no anything. This stuff is happening years and years ago. This stuff is really hard to nail down. So for them, I mean, sometimes that's why a lot of people haven't said anything, because there's zero proof, because obviously Weinstein's blowing his load in the ficus and not in the woman, and which is another weird thing in itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear that audio, dude? Oh, that was so uncomfortable.
But the worst part about it was he was so smart to not endanger himself. He was just like, I deal with this all the time. He never said, get your naked ass in the, like, he never really put himself there, right? Is that basically the problem?
Covered his T's and dotted his I's.
Yeah. Is that the problem? Is that
I'm
why
a
they
little
can't?
confused on what you guys are talking about.
Oh, Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. I don't know a lot about this story either.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I said a very distasteful joke on my last show about that, and I'm really sorry. I already got some comments.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I said kind of a sexist thing.
I have a quick little list. I had, no pun intended, but that I came across.
Gross.
I get it. I'm sorry.
This is I may not say all of them. I'm just going to say the ones that we may recognize. 'Cause
Okay.
It's kind of long. It says 35 plus famous people that were charged with sex crimes.
Whoa.
So started this off kind of strong. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We already
Everybody
know about
knows
all
that one.
Was
Yeah.
he convicted?
I don't
He
think
bought
ever
everybody
was.
out of it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't
He did buy
prove
it.
Yeah. Motherfucker had like $2 billion. He bought whatever the fuck he wanted to buy.
And a monkey.
And a
Of course, we know about Bill Cosby, Woody Allen,
Oh yeah.
R.
Woody.
Kelly. We already know about
Yeah, he's got the pee-pee cold.
John Travolta. Did we know about that
Oh
one?
no, I didn't know that. I didn't. I thought I knew there were some allegations of him being a homosexual, but I didn't know about anything.
yeah, I heard allegations of that
It
too.
says 2009, a cruise ship worker claimed that John Travolta
Oh, never mind. I did
sexually assaulted him. The man says that Travolta exposed himself during a neck massage and later offered the man $12,000 to keep it quiet.
Psh, I'd take it.
Hell yeah, take that
It
shit.
says Travolta denies all allegations.
I would suck his dick for $12,000. Hang on a
And
minute.
see, that's incredibly insensitive. Some people actually had to do that. I'm joking.
I would like to be one of those. I mean,
here's one
wouldn't like to be.
I don't get
but
offended by anything.
$20 is $20. You know what I'm saying?
Here's something a little surprising. Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, really?
Really?
So in 2012, Britney Spears was accused of sexual harassment by former bodyguard Fernando Flores. He claimed the pop star flashed him and invited him to her bedroom while
bitch.
she was nude.
You don't.
Leave
I don't
Britney
swing that
alone.
way.
What the fuck?
No, if a guy did that, that's news. And now if a girl does it, you're like, that's not a bad thing at all.
Right. It's Britney Spears. Like, if she was nude and was said,
That's
hey,
not
come in
fair.
here and fuck
Do you-
me,
do you know-
Britney
I'm going to be
alone.
like, excuse me? No.
Tach, if guys do this, it's considered sexual harassment. If a girl does the same thing, it's considered flirting.
Yep.
Well, that joke fell fucking
Ridiculous.
flat. All right, I followed it up with a punchline.
Let's see here. Kobe Bryant. If you want me to read any, I'm just shoot.
No, just read the ones that you think
It's
are.
insane that
shocking.
you're going through these like everybody know like
Right.
it's so
Yeah.
this is like insane that we're talking about like rape this way.
Yeah.
Sean Penn. Anybody know about
I
the Sean
didn't
Penn?
know about
could
that.
see
No,
that, though.
He seems a little bit rapey.
Little skeezy.
Yeah.
He does have a rapey vibe.
If anybody's doing a poll on who's next, Weird Al. If anybody wants to write me down for $20, Weird Al.
Oh, God,
I think he's
no.
next. I love him, but
No. It says Sean Penn, 1988. Sean Penn was charged with domestic violence for an incident involving his then wife Madonna. Allegedly, Penn tied Madonna to a chair and gagged her before leaving the house to get alcohol.
That was for fun.
When he returned, he is rumored to have only
Oh.
untied the singer when she agreed.
That was their game,
I
probably.
guess that'd be a
man.
hard one to be like.
you know they
"It's
were playing
Madonna."
some weird Sean Penn, some weird Eyes Wide Shut
Yeah, right?
stuff. You're gonna sit right here in this fucking chair until I come back with some booze, or you're gonna suck this dick, lady. And she's like, "No, I'm like a virgin." And then she comes. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
He took his shirt off for the listeners.
Let's see, Brad Pitt.
Oh wow,
Brad Pitt was charged with incident exposure.
I thought you were going to say incest. I'm like,
Showing
What's
his,
this?
showing his
indecent
junk.
exposure.
Indecent exposure in '88 for an incident in which the Fight Club actor allegedly mooned drivers on the Pacific Coast Highway in
that-
California.
good
If
for
he
him.
moons you,
He
I
was
consider
a
that.
drunk kid.
I consider that like a good day.
Yeah, who complained about that?
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
He was so sexy and snatched.
How about this? Al Gore.
I could see him
Well,
getting
so-
a little handsy after a couple glasses of punch.
I agree. Unfortunately, politicians always.
Oh, Anthony
get these.
Weiner's all over the
Always.
place. Yeah.
Oh, dude, Anthony Weiner. So is his
It's
wiener.
not his fault. It's his name.
So is his wiener's all
did-
over the place too.
What did
though.
Al Gore do?
Al Gore was accused of making an unwanted sexual advance towards a female masseuse In 2010, the former vice president was cleared of any wrongdoing.
He probably just asked.
You know
Do you
what I could
give
see.
happy endings?
You know what I could see Al Gore doing, and I used to do this when I was drinking around downtown Orlando. Is I could see Al Gore taking his wiener out and draping it across his wrist and asking people what time it is. I could see him doing that.
Yes.
I could see him doing that.
Al Gore's the political dick in a box. Yes.
I'm going to run through a few that are
Sorry,
kind of like.
I'll shut up.
No, that's good.
I'm going to run through a few that are kind of a little like no shit. Like really? Like doesn't surprise me. Here's the quick ones. Jim Morrison, Tupac,
right.
Tommy Lee, Nelly. Just
All men that could steer a boat with their cocks.
Right.
Yeah. Anthony Kiedis. I don't know who that is.
Anthony Kiedis is from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
That's super easy for the fame. I think he was reading the next one saying
Yeah, sorry, I was reading the name.
Oh, my bad. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who
Rock stars
Anthony
the same way, man. Those groupies, that could take
Marilyn
you to
Manson also on the list.
Kiedis-
dangerous areas.
he just got rid of Twiggy, his one of his.
Did you listen to him on Mark Maron?
I know I didn't.
It was pretty good.
Really?
Pretty good, yeah.
I can't listen to a lot of Maron. I loved his comedy back in the day, but and you know what? Maybe I should give him a chance. But there was a while he was getting really whiny, and I couldn't do it.
I
love Maron's comedy.
Paul Rubens, which we all know that one.
Pee Wee Herman. No, give me a Pee Wee.
That was Mickey.
Oh, boy. Jerry Lawler.
Who?
David Copperfield. Like
Really?
Oh, come on, Copperfield. Come on.
Come on,
Too
I see
easy.
what you did there.
You
in
want to
2007.
see something disappear?
In 2000. Make my dick disappear. Watch. In 2007, a magician, David Copperfield, was accused of sexually assaulting a woman. After a grand jury investigation, officials determined that there was not enough valid evidence
There you
to
go.
press charges against Copperfield.
Yep.
Billy Joe Armstrong
Wow, Green Day.
What? No, I hate to hear
sad.
that. What did he do?
is arrested for shocking.
Oh,
you can guess.
He
this
pulled
one.
his ass out, didn't he?
Indecent exposure.
Yeah, he had his balls between his ass, I think, and he mooned.
He gave everybody the goat.
I don't think he meant to, but I know that he pulled his ass out, and I forget where that was, but he's done a couple things.
That's silly.
This one here I knew about. Jeffrey Jones.
Who's that?
You know who he is?
No.
He did a lot. You pull him up, you'll recognize him.
Okay.
Pull up like in the 80s, so you'll really recognize.
I was
Jeffrey
thinking
Jones
Jim
in the
Jones.
80s. He did a lot of movies. He was like in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was in
Oh, okay.
Howard the Duck. He was in if anybody remembers that movie.
I remember that movie.
He was
Best
in,
Marvel movie.
Oh, I see.
Right,
who it
Marvel,
is.
right?
yeah, it was the first Marvel movie.
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
principal in Ferris Bueller.
I see who he is. Yeah.
Can't
So-
see anything.
Oh,
every
wow.
time
What
you
did that guy do?
He did something pretty bad.
Really?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off actor Jeffrey Jones pled no contest to charges of child pornography.
Oh, that's
he,
about as bad as it
he
gets.
Jareded it.
However, he was sentenced to 5 years probation and is a registered sex offender.
He got that money.
Wow, really? He was also in Mom and Dad Save the Universe.
right.
He
Save
was
the
in a
world,
couple
yeah.
things
Save the
because
world.
So what
he
was
was
the
also
last
in The
thing he
Pest.
I don't
Pardon?
know.
I wonder
what?
what the last thing he did was.
I don't know.
IMDb.
I'll
yeah.
IMDb it.
When did
But
that come out?
I loved him in The Pest, though. He was funny in that. Unfortunately, horrible guy. Who else?
ODB. That don't really surprise
Well,
me.
yeah, he did a lot of stuff. Welfare fraud.
Joseph Simmons. Reverend Run from Run DMC.
What?
The last, by the way,
The
so going back.
Rev?
Yep. What? Yes.
So going back to Jeffrey Jones, the last famous thing that he did that anyone would recognize is Who's Your Caddy back in 2007.
No
Negative.
idea what that
He did
is.
it 2012, 2014.
Yeah, that's him. I can't read it backwards.
I can't if you would move.
Hemingway and Gelthorn. Nobody knows who that is. And what's the top one?
10.0 earthquake.
Who cares? He's a sex offender.
So Reverend Run was charged with rape in 91.
That's insane.
But the charges were later dropped.
Wow.
So
You can't hear him.
Wow.
just going quickly here. I think that's all the people I recognize immediately.
Yeah, this shit's getting nuts. If Corey Feldman does end up, God forbid, something wrong with him from this, that's
He said somebody already tried to kill
Scary.
him with the truck.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, they're already trying
That
to kill
just
me.
might have been a regular person. Just, you know.
And he was
Is
like,
that Corey Feldman? Fuck yeah. Dude,
Corey
hit him.
Feldman. I'm
Hit
not a
him.
fan.
Bonus points.
I'm
Which
not a
I
fan.
feel bad for Corey Feldman because I think he has a good heart. I think
Yeah.
he really is a good person.
I loved him in Stand By Me, and I
he was fantastic.
And here's the
in
thing,
Stand By Me.
and apparently, oh man, and I'm not gonna bring him up again. Never mind. But well, yeah, I guess I have to now. Rogan had a bad joke about Feldman, and he had to come out and publicly apologize. And I have to say that if that did happen to Corey Feldman, I feel really awful. And if it happened to Corey Haim, which his mother says did not happen, but apparently he did admit to, if that did happen, and that's why these kids are so tormented, that is absolutely it's disgusting. It's horrible. What can you do besides expose these guys? And now the laws that they're going after, they're going after these guys, and you shouldn't be able to just pin anything that you say on people. You shouldn't be allowed to just point a finger, say that guy did it, and then everybody goes and lights him. He is entitled to a fair trial, but there's it's a little weird in this situation. These guys have been getting away with it for a long time for a good reason. And the reason is
Money.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, their lawyers can pay off. They can tie up the courts for as long as they want to, and then basically what they can do is they can dry up the actor or actress and stop their funds immediately. One thing that we got to talking about on the last show is I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, and Kevin Smith obviously does a lot of his movies through Miramax. Primarily, I think exclusively through Miramax, and that's Harvey Weinstein, obviously his organization. Harvey Weinstein no longer works there or anything like that, and Kevin Smith said that he's going to give a lot of his what's it called when you there's an R word for when you have your stuff out there, and residuals.
Residuals.
He was going to donate his residuals as well as make a huge donation towards women's organizations and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
The damage has been done, unfortunately, for now, for a lot of these people. And fighting back is fucking impossible.
Yep.
You have to, even earlier. I was saying allegations. All this stuff is allegations. What do you guys think is the actual cure to stopping this? Because I think now it's going to be really fucking hard for a while.
Well, first things first. If you have to identify if there's an actual medical problem, like a mental disability.
I wasn't going into that. I meant the cure to stopping it from happening. If they've got an imbalance.
Well, I already tried to kill Corey Feldman with my truck, so I don't.
You're talking about let's take the Anthony Rapp incident with Kevin Spacey. First of all, why was a 14-year-old boy alone
at a party? I was thinking that too.
Let's look at that. What the fuck?
Why was he alone at a party with Kevin Spacey?
Did you just victimize the kid? I mean, did you victimize
Yeah.
the
You're victim blaming.
You're not blaming. He's not blaming
No,
the kid. He's
he's
blaming
blaming
who's
the
taking
parents.
care of this kid.
He's
I agree,
asking
but
a question.
even if there is a 14-year-old kid at a Hollywood celebrity's party,
But this is commonplace. This is commonplace
Would
in
you
Hollywood.
let your kid go to a party alone?
Drew
Now you're
Barrymore was
hang
doing
on.
coke at 11.
now
Yeah,
you're questioning the morality of the parents of this kid that
Yes.
was allegedly.
Yes,
That's exactly
the
That's
correct.
what's in question.
I appreciate that. However, if this is true, this alleged incident is
Right.
true, I could give two fucks what the morality of the parents are. I care about the situation at hand. I'm not looking to put blame anywhere else except on the accused if it's true. You know what I mean? Yes, I understand. We can have a whole separate conversation about the morality of letting your kids go to a party at 14 in Hollywood. I got it. That's
But that's
fine.
not what's on the table. That's not
You
what's
got
on the
it.
table right now.
The issue is, we obviously can discuss it, but I don't view it that way. I take the objective view of the incident, not of the situations leading up to the incident. The incident is, if he did it, he did something very, very wrong to
But
this
he
kid.
asked, how can we prevent it? What can we do? And I say
so
better-
everything I just said, just forget it. I see your point. Good points. Good points. Both of you. Good points. I missed
So I'm
it.
just saying, why are the parents allowing this child to go to
Well, I guess you
an
could argue in
adult's
that point.
party?
Okay, there's a kid. Everybody here is an adult, and everybody here is well known. And I think it's probably be cool, bro. In Hollywood, a lot of times, if there is no threat at the party, there's everybody knows everybody, so you're all kind of safe. I think they're all in the same group. So I think you could argue going to this Christmas party or whatever it was would be great for his career because he can go mingle with all these people that we used to see in his face. Maybe
True.
he'll be in the next friggin' whatever.
He should be there with
course.
his agent, who should be his
exactly
parent.
right.
That's a great Point.
Exactly.
Another great point.
That would
Yes.
prevent it, especially
Hey, what-
with young kids with movie stars.
Speaking of that, what movie did we just watch where it was a bunch of celebrities playing their own selves during
This
an
is the end?
apocalypse? Yeah,
So
this
that
is the
was the
end.
thing.
Oh, it was
Great.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great movie.
Absolutely wonderful.
Okay. We're all talking about
Andrea
a
gets it.
serious topic.
Well, no, we're
Is it, what was that movie?
So let's take a break,
30
guys.
minutes into segment
so
one.
we're going to take a break, and
Wait,
when
start
we
it over.
come...
Sorry. Go ahead.
and go.
So we're going to take a break, guys. And when we
All
come
right.
back,
Yeah.
we've got
We'll bring
some
back the funny.
excitement.
Excitement? Excitement?
No.
I
But
like
some
eggs.
fun stuff.
Yeah, we'll bring back the funny. We're done with serious stuff.
I tried going eggs, but I coughed so fucking long.
You can't say eggs at this time of night.
All right, we'll be right back. Sponsorship with Living Podcariously or the Twisted 10 is not just about contracts or money. We like to form relationships with those who invest in our shows.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. We only like representing companies or products that we can really get behind.
We met Kyle and Bianca from Oak and Iron Photography at an event from another sponsor of ours and immediately bonded with them because, let's face it, they're just awesome people.
Yeah, and if you came out to our Living Podcariously listener event, you may have seen them roaming around, taking some photos for us. They captured so much joy and emotion in those photos that night. It was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Now, Adam, I'm kind of a amateur photographer, so I can appreciate how difficult it really is to capture moments like that.
They shoot events of any kind, weddings, lifestyle photos like maternity, couples, families, you name it. Not only do they capture moments that your grandmama will like, but they also put that Oak and Iron personal style and spin on what would normally be considered traditional photos.
Oh yeah, that Ring of Fire shot from our event was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Their photos not only capture the raw emotions, but when looking at them later, you are transported back to that day they were taken.
You'll see it on their website. They capture, quote, the real moments for the true at heart.
Nice.
Head on over to oakandironphoto.com to check out some of their work. Also, you can click the Contact Us button and get a quote of your own.
Go and check out oakandironphoto.com and let Kyle and Bianca know you heard about them from us.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening.
To like the boys that don't appreciate all the money and the time that it takes to be fly as a mother. Got my bow ties out for Mr. Right. Guessing I just don't know where to find them, but I hope they all come out tonight. Where do the good
And welcome back to Living Podcariously.
Oh, yeah.
So, Josh, welcome to the studio. Mr.
Oh,
Wilson.
candy bowl. Candy bowl.
What? Oh, I get to
Put
touch
your
his
dick
dick.
in that
He
bowl
has
of
to put
candy.
his dick in the candy
Apparently-
bowl.
I thought
If
I
I-
got to touch his dick.
Apparently, if I call you Josh, not Mr.
mean, had
Wilson,
to touch
I have to teabag the candy bowl, which is
And then whatever
lose for
sticks to-
everyone.
Whatever
Yeah.
sticks to his balls, apparently, no, he's got to eat or you got to eat something.
Gotta,
So much
it's got to be
to
your
it.
bowl.
I gotta eat
I'm not eating Adam's ball candy.
We
It's not
talked about
happening.
this right before the
again.
break.
You got to add the again in there. We were
No.
2 years in Iraq.
Mr.
You know,
I'll
Wilson
eat
is
it.
not in the punishment at all.
Okay.
He is not part of it. It's because
But it's not a-
Adam can't
Adam,
get
eat
his
your
name
ball
right.
candy.
but it's a punishment for everyone else because it's the candy bowl. You don't want to go eat candy after my balls have been in the bowl.
Don't try to get out of this. We're holding
look,
you to it.
I'll do
it was
it.
a good
But
punishment.
Right now, we're in the middle of a podcast, so we'll wait a little bit, and we'll come back to this issue later.
So, Mr. Wilson's joining us in the studio now.
Yeah,
so,
what's up, guys?
Yeah, no, hey, hang it in there. So you're moving, packing the house and getting prepped for the move.
Holy shit. We have so much stuff. There's two of us.
Yeah,
I threw away half the shit that I had in my house from my last move. there was a point where I'd gotten all the big stuff, the guitars, the desk, the TV, whatever,
Sure.
you know, all that stuff. And there was a while where I was like, I don't need this shirt. I'm done with these pants. I've outgrown them now. I'm no sentimental value after the end of it. And then you wonder, where the hell did that go? Oh, I threw it out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the way here.
Speaking of packing, Mr. Wilson, have you ever tried to use your skants skirt pants?
Oh, I thought Scott pants.
Going on an airport, like you can only have like a little suitcase, so you could just pack all your clothes
In your pants?
inside.
For those of you that don't know,
Right.
he's wearing Aladdin pants right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm wearing some hair pants.
Yeah.
No, it's like Aladdin meets.
But
MC
couldn't you
Hammer.
like pack like everything on a trip inside your pants?
I suppose I don't. Yeah,
It's probably
Like-
really
I
good for
couldn't.
stealing candy bars at the store. You just pop them down there, and then the ankles are closed in, so they can't fall out the bottom.
Yeah.
And Josh tucks all of his pants into his socks. So
Word.
no.
Come on.
I'm a tucker as well.
All right, so Rocky, you're our special guest tonight. So let's talk a little
what's
bit
up?
about What's the Fuss and the PFT Network. So let our listeners know that
too
might not
kind.
remember it.
Too kind of you. Yeah, I'm the host of a show called What's the Fuss Podcast, and it's a comedy show in Orlando, Florida. Yep, there's the bell. It's a comedy podcast in Orlando, Florida. We interview a lot of comedians and musicians, and we make fun of what's going on, and you know, we just kind of, it's a topical show sometimes. But I like to think that you could go back to episode 40 now, and even after 100 episodes, and it'd still be funny.
Easily. You guys don't have a whole lot of evergreen, a whole lot of topical stuff. You guys can
We
banter
do.
back and forth, but it gets...
We do from time to time, and then,
Yeah.
but it's you know, basically it's going to change in 30 minutes. By 20 minutes, we're not going to be talking about that anymore.
Right, yeah.
But it's a great show. It's really funny, high energy kind of stuff, and we do a lot of we like to play a lot of music, and we play games, and we feed our producer weird stuff. It's a great show, and it's on PFT Media, and that's a great little organization of podcasts in Orlando, Florida, or Central Florida.
We've had several PFT Media folks in here. So obviously you.
Yes.
We've had Mr. Chris Crespo, Peter from Scotch and Good Conversation.
Yeah.
Chris is from Cinema Crespediso.
Yeah. Anyone
Is
else?
1K away in that or no?
1KOA is not with
No?
PFT
Okay.
Media.
They're part of the podcast mafia, so
yeah.
we'll carry
I just
that
did a
little
show
bit, but yeah.
with I just did a show with 1KOA, and it was on the first chilly night in Florida this year, and the fire
Nice.
department came twice because he had a fire. I've got pictures of it online, twice the size of me. I'm almost 6
Oh,
foot.
I saw that online.
Yeah, it's twice the size of
Damn.
me. It's at least I mean, it's got to be an 11-foot fire. I mean, it's just gigantic.
That's
and,
awesome.
but those dudes were amazing. They got me drunk and took advantage.
Jay, our
And
former
warmed you up.
Yeah, they did warm me up.
Jay, our former co-host,
Was
said
Kevin Spacey there?
the beer fridge is epic.
Oh yeah,
Stealing my thunder tack.
Oh, were you taking the long way around that joke? Sorry, I'll let you do it again. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
ahead.
I know what you're going to do because as soon as I start talking, you're
I
going to.
wasn't going to. I was going to let you do
I was
it.
gonna do
So
it when
Jay
you started.
Alvarez said the beer fridge is epic.
Oh, the beer fridge is epic.
1K
Yeah,
away, yeah.
I was going pretty hard on it too because it's actually not too far from my house, and so an Uber ride there is nothing. So I just started drinking my ass off. But it was a great time. But yeah, PFT Media is a fun thing, and What's
Heck
the Fuss podcast is a cool little show. And if you guys are interested in a comedy podcast, come check us out. And not only are we on PFT Media, sorry to keep talking about it, but we also just
yeah, of
started
course.
on the podcast radio network.
Yes.
Boom, and they just started us at I think it's Sundays at 11, somewhere in there, and 11 p.m. So that's a cool little thing. We just started doing that, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's just it's a whole bunch of people that have no idea who we are, and they're about to get a staunch lesson because episode 102 I think is the first one that we come out with on the network, and it's pretty ridiculous. I've already gotten some. Not hate mail, but some in-person hate something
No, that's awesome.
about some of the jokes that I've made were
Trust me,
apparently
you'll-
off color.
You'll fit right in.
Good.
The Burn It Down show just got in there a few weeks back, so
Love
they're in
those
there
guys.
now.
Love Burn It Down.
There's actually like 6 of the Podcast Mafia podcasts
Yeah.
on Podcast Radio
Nice.
Network, which is cool.
We just had Burn It Down in the studio not too long ago. They were
yes,
great.
Jason, Jennifer, Dabs K. Dabs K is scheduled. Is it next week?
I think
2 weeks out?
Yeah,
2 weeks
weeks out?
He's bringing a Twisted 10.
I can't wait to see what he
I
brings.
cannot imagine what he's going to do it about.
He hasn't done the show already, correct? He hasn't done
No.
one. Okay, because I was about to say if I've missed that, then I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, not yet. But he's bringing one. Tom and Dan are supposed to. They said they're going to come together and do one.
That's awesome.
But you know how
I wonder what the
I
hell
love
they're
those
gonna
guys,
do.
but they're busy as fuck.
Oh, I know they're
So
busy. Oh,
getting
my
them to
God.
confirm a date That's hard. I got it.
I've seen them in action, and they go from one thing to another. They'll spend a whole day recording the soccer cast that they do, and then they're doing a corporate time, and then they're doing the BDM show, then the Friday free show. Those guys are awesome. They gave us some shout outs a lot like lately, and I think they're really helping us out. I can't believe those guys are they're really setting the bar pretty high for podcasts in Orlando or in Florida.
They're really in the
they're all over the place now.
World because they're in the top like 2% or 3% now.
For sure.
They're way up there, but
you guys probably fall in that bracket too, correct?
Shit, get out of here. We hit the top. We hit number 99 in iTunes comedy, which, dude, we're
crazy.
super happy to see.
Yeah. It was awesome.
We haven't broke the top 200 since that, but that's not important.
We were only there like maybe 20 minutes.
Well, still,
we screenshot it though. We're there.
Isn't that at some point like one of the top 200? Because most podcasts have like 5 episodes and 3 people heard any of them. Like most.
So iTunes is weird. The algorithm, they keep like sharing little bits and pieces of how their algorithm works. Now it's based off of both subscriptions and your reviews and likes and the shit that they track through iTunes. So it's a combination of 2 different things that work. But when you get a big flux of subscriptions that happen at once, that changes to where if it's like a certain percentage in a certain amount of time, you're moved higher.
I feel like this is nerd talk with Rocky and Adam now. It's stuff that you and I are really into.
Yes, exactly.
So we just had this time change, so I don't know what time it is. Tach.
I love it. I love the segue.
Wow. What are those things that people ride around on and they're really hard to stay?
Yes,
segue. It was a great segue.
Are we ready for it?
Sure. Yeah, what time?
Okay. Say it again.
So we have all of it again?
That's fine.
Everything?
No.
Okay.
Tach, what time is it?
It's game time.
It's game time. All right. Okay, so I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this gameplay. And the game that I brought with us today is something I bought. It's called 5-Second Rule. And what we're going to do
is this a lot as a kid. I've eaten some weird stuff.
I think we're going to do teams, and I'm not going to play it all. I'm just going to play the host or whatever. So we'll do 2 teams of 2.
My team.
Nope.
What? We never going to be on the same team ever.
Yes, you do.
And you're just putting us
time.
against each other.
I'm staying out of it. They're arguing. Right?
Why are you putting us against each other?
I'm not putting.
Haven't we been against each other enough? I think this would be good for us.
Don't you hate when mom and
For
dad
us
fight?
or for us?
I hate when mom and other mom fight. It's weird.
Yeah.
We need a win.
Fine, whatever.
We always
Okay.
lose
He's the
Host, you
every
can't argue
game.
with the host.
All right, so it's Adam and Andrea against Josh and Rocky.
There we go. You're my man. You're my
So
man.
we need team names here, and you guys need to come up with
Sparkly
team names.
unicorns.
Jesus Christ.
I already know that.
Unicorns.
Sparkly unicorns.
Sparkly unicorns.
I don't know. What do you think,
That's
man?
because
How about Rocky and Bullwinkle?
I like that. I like
you have
that.
such a huge
Rocky and Josh
unicorn.
Winkle? I don't know.
Rocky and Josh Winkle.
Rocky and Josh Winkle.
I'm not even joking. On our first show of What's the Fuss podcast, Etchy, our producer, he said that no matter what we called the show and where it went or whatever, that he always wanted to call the show Rocky and Bill Winkle because my co-host name is Bill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bill was in here
I
last
don't know
time.
why
with
you
you.
didn't.
I don't know why we. Man, he didn't want to be known as Bill Winkle, and I didn't want to get sued for that.
My name is Bill Winkle.
I like Bill Winkle. That sounds super cuddly.
All right, we're falling off here. This is game time.
Oh,
Sorry.
All right, so
Fucking
Andrea,
game time, damn
if
it.
you could you keep score, please? Actually, I don't think you need to.
You're not doing anything. You keep score.
Give me a pen.
I don't know where that is.
Pen.
Who's got a pen anymore?
I don't have a pen.
What? I have a notebook.
Rocky and Josh Winkle.
This is a great notebook.
Hashtag that. Hashtag that, everybody. No,
All right.
joking. Don't do that. Waste your time.
Okay, so what it is, we got 5-second rule here, and I do have a fun little timer here that makes fun noise. This is the sound. Sorry.
Oliver just flipped on the couch.
And you hear little beads rolling down. Those are anal beads.
Are the beads supposed to represent
Those
5
aren't big enough
seconds?
to be anal beads.
Yes, that's your 5 seconds.
Okay.
So what it is I will give you an example how this play will go. Each card just says, like, name 3 things in the 5 seconds.
Any 3 things?
No, they'll each has a category.
Like picture, door, microphone.
You just said what was in front of your face.
Basically, yes.
I love lamp. So did you? So did you? Do you want to? I haven't figured this part out as far as the team goes.
So am I trying to get
Team
Andrea
play.
to say it?
No. You just have to say it to us.
Oh, and then she has
So
to guess
I think
what
we're
the
gonna
category
go.
is?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go like Adam, then Rocky, and then
Josh,
Andrea, and then
Andrea.
Josh. You know,
Okay.
so like,
Sweet.
all right. So it's one at a time. But you guys are a team.
And
so
she
you're trying
has to
get-
guess the category?
No,
Can I help
She's
him?
not doing anything. You're up. I'm gonna pull a card and say
So why
name
aren't we
3
just
things.
4 teams.
You only have 5 seconds. If you can help him, have at it.
Oh.
Oh,
But
so
he's
you're gonna,
gotta say
you're gonna
3
tell
things.
us, and then we have to respond.
Name 3
and
things
okay.
that, like, it could be name 3 things that.
Oh, are we going?
Not yet.
Oh.
And then as soon as I say it, the timer's gonna
Can
go.
you give us an example card?
All right.
Wait, we need the 5 seconds to start.
Um,
I want to see how long
name
you get.
3 laws easily broken. You know, that's like an
Gravity. Oh, no. I see.
example. Okay.
Gravity.
So-
This is pressure.
Yes, it's a lot of
My
pressure.
anxiety is up already.
Hold on, 5 seconds to say 3 laws that
Yeah.
are
You have to
easily
Well,
think.
like speeding, shoplifting, gravity.
There it is.
well, why did my immediately go to sodomy? Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is going to be a weirder
Okay.
game than I thought.
So I'm gonna try to do this sound when the 5 seconds is up.
You do that every time I mention what's the best podcast.com. Sorry.
Nice plug.
So I made it better, Adam. Our team is the masculine sparkly unicorn.
Okay, so are you ready, Adam?
Yeah.
The
You
MSU.
go first. So, I'm trying to figure out how to set all this.
And I didn't remember what your name was, so I
can I
just
help
wrote
you in
those
some way?
guys.
Those guys.
They're Rocky and.
Rocky and Josh.
Josh
Josh Winkle.
Okay.
How could you forget that?
Okay, so
All right.
Adam, are you ready for
Yes,
the
sir.
sparkly unicorn?
I'm ready. I'm in the
Game
zone.
time in this
It's like the
The
hat when I-
masculine sparkly unicorn.
When I turn the hat around, it's like a switch. I feel like the truck.
You don't
it's
have a hat on.
switch.
You have a comb
Movie?
hair.
Horrible accent, but movie.
Were you supposed
When I
to be
when I
Arnold
turn the hat
Schwarzenegger?
around, it's like a switch, kind of like the truck. I turn it
So name 3. Are you ready?
over the top. By the way,
Listen,
Oh,
come on, focus.
yeah.
Focus, focus.
Get your head in the game.
fuck us.
Come on, baby.
Focus.
Everyone
Ready?
you get right.
Yes.
Okay. Name 3 lesbians.
Lesbians. I'm gonna lose this one.
Dude, I could name 10 in that.
You can
Time's
make
up.
them up. You
Okay,
know
hold
too.
up.
You're gonna
Don't
marry
say
them.
anything.
Veronica? Yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
You don't say anything because then the card moves on to the next player.
Oh.
Oh, that was just a practice round.
No.
So now they get a
So
start.
now it's up to Rocky.
That was an example of a practice round.
Nope. Rocky, you can have the same question. Name 3 lesbians.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Ellen DeGeneres, my sister, Rachel Maddow.
All right.
Can we confirm your sister's lesbian?
Oh,
Prove
yeah,
it. Let's call her.
Now, anytime there's a
I'd like to
question
phone
like
a
that
friend.
that we can't
I trust Rocky.
we don't know. It's like
No,
it's,
call her on the phone right now and ask her.
We all have
Ashley,
to
are
decide.
you a lesbian?
I say
I
yes.
believe
it's fine.
you.
Oh,
I say
unanimous.
yeah, so we all agree.
Yeah,
so
cool,
it's fine.
yeah,
There we
she's
go.
So
a wonderful
This time.
person,
Rocky and Josh Winkle get a point.
but she is gayer than the day is long.
Rocky and Josh Winkle will the point. All
What? I got a point. I'm stoked. I like
Nicely
points.
done.
right, Andrea.
Yes, thank you,
I
sir.
have a
Thank
gay
you, sir.
sister too.
You have a gay sister?
I
That's
do,
cool.
Jordan.
I have a gay brother. He doesn't admit that he's gay. I think he's just kind of gay.
Andrea Joy.
No,
Sparkly
you said you
unicorn.
were starting with him. Oh, he already went.
Oh, wait, I had missed the lesbians.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Andrea Joy with sparkly unicorns. Are you ready?
The masculine, sparkly unicorns.
Aspen sparkly unicorns. Ready? Name 3 reasons you wish you were a dog.
Barking, wagging my tail, chasing food. Chasing things, eating food, sleeping.
Well, okay, stop.
It's like 6.
Yeah.
Give it to
In
her.
case some didn't work, I was gonna just.
All right,
I like
got
that.
the
You
points,
just throw
got
it at the
points.
wall and just see what sticks. Whatever. That's cool.
You
So
got the points.
I'll
I
give
got
it to her.
points.
You got a point for
You
us,
got
baby.
1 point. Just
Good
1
job,
point.
baby.
1 point. Yeah, she's saying points over here.
And they got
So, yeah.
points. Oh yeah, they got
No,
points.
no, they
too.
got 1 point.
We got a point. You get a point. We
That's
each
it.
have a point.
That's 1 point for the masculine sparkly unicorn, and 1 point for those guys, Rocky and Josh Winkle.
There it is. All right, Josh Winkle.
Don't freeze up.
Are you
Don't
ready?
freeze up.
You gotta dip your balls in
All
the
right.
candy now.
Name 3 celebrities caught naked.
I love the sound.
Oh my god. I'm so bad at this. I don't know celebrity.
Time's up. Time's up.
I
Don't
don't.
say anything. It's time for Adam for the steal. Are you
Although the
ready?
last twisted 10 might have helped.
You ready? Name 3 celebrities caught naked. Adam, go.
Britney Spears, Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Winslet.
Can we confirm Kate Winslet?
Yeah, that's
Somebody
the one I was
confirm
wondering.
it.
Yes, that's right. I know it for sure.
I have to see it for proof.
Totally. Yeah. Look,
to
I'll look
see
it up. You want me to look it up?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, I kind of want you to look it up too.
I do too. I was going to do it on the big screen, but
Well, I believe
way
you
better.
guys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can we just look it up?
I'm asking for a friend, but can we confirm Jennifer Lawrence as well?
Oh, yeah. Well, those are the leaked photos.
God,
Okay,
yes.
Google.
Tons
Kate
of them, dude.
Winslet
Oh.
caught naked. Cut naked?
Okay, I could have already had it up by now. I'm really good at like Googling
Tach,
naked
I
pictures of
do.
girls.
I have it up already.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. Josh could get a boner and no
Did
one
we
would
say
ever-
Kate
No, I guess
Winslet?
you
Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate Winslet.
Okay.
Titties.
Are you talking about like in Titanic?
I like the fact that
Oh,
I just
yeah, she did. Yeah.
she was naked in the movie.
Yeah.
However, I like the fact that you guys are searching for nudity
Does it count?
nudity on Disoci- or
That's
on
a tit.
Living Podcariously. Yeah. Hey, Tack, you saw her tit in the movie.
I know.
That's her ass too. That's a butt crack.
Wait,
There's
hang on.
other
It's hard
pictures
for
on
me to
there, too. All
focus.
right.
I know it is.
That was Titanic.
Okay, it's
That was one of my
confirmed.
first titties that I ever like really got to see for like a while.
Oh, right
like,
here.
Like pause it.
Paint me like one
That's
of
a
your French
wonderful
girls.
titty
Tack.
too.
Right here.
That's a great
Look at that tiny little nipple.
Yeah, it's like yours.
All right, so who just got that?
That would be
Yeah.
masculine sparkly unicorn.
Masculine.
Adam.
Yay, masculine
All right, so Rocky-
sparkly unicorns.
Yo,
You were up.
Oh yeah.
it's me again. Okay, all right.
Do it.
All right, for Rocky and Josh Winkle. Rocky, name 3 cures for a hangover.
Bitters, water, ramen noodles.
Ooh.
Okay, hold up here. Hold up. Water, okay. Ramen noodle. What was the first thing you said?
Bitters.
I've heard bitters. Yeah,
Yeah.
is a really good cure for a hangover. Apparently,
I've never heard that.
they proved that with that was one of the Mythbusters. Or no, wait, not hangover. Yeah, maybe it was Mythbusters. I don't know. I saw that
I
one
know
somewhere.
they did do an episode about that.
Well, so
Yeah.
one of the theories is also that bitters on a lime cures hiccups.
Okay,
So,
What the hell is
I didn't
bitters?
know that. Bitters goes into some drinks, but it's not alcoholic.
It's a flavor thing.
Yeah, and I've
is
heard.
it
I
bitter?
accept it. I'm good with bitters.
Don't give it to me just because I'm the magical guest or whatever it was.
I give it to everybody.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know
Yeah,
yet.
ramen noodles is definitely my hangover cure. Something about eating nothing, like eating just
Eating
Yep.
plastic.
Chicken.
Bitters checks out.
What?
sweet.
Bitters checks
Okay.
out.
Nice.
All right, so Rocky and Josh Winkle get a point.
This is
Right.
hard. People are
This is
hardcore in
crazy.
this game.
Hey, thanks
Yeah.
for the carry, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hey
All
man,
right.
you'll get us next time. I believe
Andrea
that.
Joy with the masculine sparkly unicorn.
I go again.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 Disney princesses.
By the way, we're going to. How many points you guys want to go for? 10?
71.
Teen.
We can do first to 5.
How about
71 teen.
What are the points now, Andrea?
2-2.
Yeah,
2-2.
2-2.
So let's,
2-2.
you guys want to go 10?
Your
You want
call,
to go
buddy.
to 5?
Your
10.
call.
Let's go to
10's a lot.
7. Let's go to 7.
Sure.
All right. Okay, so Andrea Joy, the masculine sparkly unicorns. Name 3 places you stash condoms.
Your nightstand, the dresser drawer, the car, the car,
Oh, sorry. No, keep going.
bed,
Keep
the couch,
Now
the
time's up.
kitchen, the bathroom,
All right, all right,
the
all right,
pizza
all right.
box,
You never
come-
said you're a
the
vagina.
dog food.
going. That's what I was going to say.
Vagina.
I didn't once hear
I don't
pussy.
stash all of them
You're
out there.
pussy.
We never
All right.
used one.
So the first 2 that I heard were nightstand and dresser drawer.
Yeah, I heard that
which
too.
are kind of the same thing, but 2 different things. They are 2 different things. The next one you said the car park,
car, just in the car.
just in the car. Okay.
I heard also in the bed.
Yeah,
Which is- I mean,
that's
Under
a
the
weird place to
mattress.
keep. Okay.
I'm-
Don't they
Oh my
always
God.
find the guy's condoms? The mom finds them under his mattress
That's where I have my
when he's
Colt
like
45.
a teenager.
When I was a little boy, I say little, a young man.
Ew.
My father found a condom that I had, and obviously I wasn't having sex because it was still in my wallet, and it had formed a leather-like outline of where the condom
Oh,
was in
yeah.
the wallet.
Oh, that thing was no good anymore.
Yeah, oh no, it was expired by like 6 months.
Okay,
but I had a
so-
condom.
All right, so you get the point. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So now we're moving on to where are we at, Josh?
Yeah.
Josh.
Me.
Josh
can
with
do this.
Rocky and Josh Winkle.
Mr. Winkle.
It's going to be another celebrity
Given
line.
pop culture,
Right.
yes.
All right, this should be fun for you, right up your alley. Josh, name 3 sex toys.
Ooh, dildo, butt plug, whip.
That's good.
Those all work.
Yeah. Good job.
All right.
I did it.
By the way,
Yeah.
I'm going to give a quick shameless plug to ourselves. Living Podcariously Gentleman's Plug. You get to hear.
Gentlemen's
What did I say?
We should make those.
The gentleman's
That's adorable. We can make it look like it has a tuxedo on.
damn it.
It's the cutest plug
Oh,
ever.
man.
That is now
Gentleman's plug.
That's now going to be a thing.
I need one. I'll take 2, please.
Living Podcariously Gentlemen's Club, episode number 2 for our Patreon subscribers or for our Patreon pledgers. Tack and I recap the story of the butt bead tragedy, which
that's
which
right,
was a fucking hilarious story. That's on episode number 2 of the LPGC.
Please name it the gentleman's plug. Please name that episode.
That's your first
gentleman's
free
plug.
gift.
All right, where are we at? We're back to Adam.
Adam.
Yes.
Adam with the
Yes,
masculine
Adam,
sparkly
you can
unicorns.
do this. Go, Adam. Come on.
Ooh, this will be fun.
You
for
are
ya.
a masculine panda. Or wait, what is it? Masculine
Unicorn.
unicorn.
Sparkly
Sparkly
unicorn.
You can do this.
All right, Adam, you ready?
Yes.
Name 3 uses for your fingers.
Point, pick your nose, scratch your ear.
I like
You
it.
didn't pick vagina? That happened right before the ding.
All right, sparkly unicorn gets a point.
All right.
You're not putting your finger in my vagina.
Damn it, I should have gone FTD on that one for Tom and Dave.
I was thinking that too.
Finger,
but
tongue, dick.
Whatever.
Yes.
All right.
All right, back to Rocky.
Yeah.
All right. Rocky, name 3 ways to show love.
Kiss, hug, fuck.
Oh, I love it. That's adorable.
Not necessarily in that order.
I'm going to make your point look like a bunch of hearts.
Oh.
Look at all the heart-ons on this page.
All right, so we're back to
Andrea.
I feel like that was a
Joy.
layup.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got nude celebrities, so I mean,
Yeah, that was hard, man.
That's
you
hard.
Really?
That was a great.
Yeah.
So I know too many.
Sorry to congratulate
Uh-oh.
the other team, but
I couldn't have got it.
Andrea Joy, where are we at on points?
We are at 4 and 4.
holy shit.
Ooh, okay.
4-4.
Close game.
43.
All right, so Andrea Joy, you were up with the sparkly unicorns.
And we're going to 10.
What are we doing closest to 7? I thought we were doing closest to 7. I don't know.
But it's 4-4, so
Okay.
It's
that
7.
would be us
We all win.
for the win.
Are you ready? Name 3 times that you shouldn't laugh.
At church, at a funeral, at a dog's bar mitzvah, at a...
Bop, bop, bop.
You have to
Don't
laugh
say
at
another
it.
word. Don't say another word.
Dogs, bar mitzvah.
I heard funeral. I heard where? Church.
Church.
And those are the only two
Dogs,
I'm accepting.
Dogs, bar mitzvah.
That's funny.
That's not a
That
thing.
is
You
funny.
should not laugh at that.
It's also not a thing. You're right.
Is it not? Because people
Okay,
are doing a lot of weird things with their dogs nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dogs
sure.
have restaurants, hotels, everything. They are treated like
She's selling
people.
All right, we're moving the play over to Josh.
Oh,
What? Are you kidding me?
Judge
I
says
can accept
no.
it. Can I accept it?
Oh, she bummed. She went straight to
Straight
Twitter on
Google.
that one.
Yeah.
She went straight to Twitter.
Josh, are you ready? You have
What?
to-
Are you
have to
serious?
name
You're not
3
going to let me
things.
look it up?
A dog's bar mitzvah?
Okay, let's look it up.
He's had time to think about his answers
And
now.
you're saying you can't laugh at this thing? That's what you're saying. Even if it's a thing, you're not allowed to
I
laugh
don't know how
there.
to spell bar mitzvah.
It's barf mitzvah, or it's
So if you were at a dog's bar
Bark
mitzvah,
mitzvah.
it's no laughing matter. You can't laugh because I'm gonna laugh.
That's a vape on there.
But how do you
Yeah,
spell
I would
it?
too. Dogs
Bot
are just
mitzvah.
Well, there's
It'll be-
bat mitzvah and there's bar mitzvah.
Yeah, there's-
Bark mitzvah.
Bot is girl.
Girls, yeah.
Okay,
Just
I'm not Jewish.
spell one.
I'm not either, but
You lost the point.
BAHMIFSTA. I don't know. I don't know how to
How
spell
do I
bar
lose the
mitzvah.
point when I didn't even get to look it up? We looked up everybody else's
I'm taking it.
answers.
Look it up.
Hey,
Use
Jack, you
Google.
understand why? I'm taking that. I say it's good.
okay.
I'm on your team.
Oh, I thought it was majority.
He was
If
trying
you
to
guys
start
want to do a
something.
vote, we can do a
I
vote.
think it's good. I think
You're
it's
the
good.
boss.
I think
You're
it's
the
good.
CEO. And you
He runs
overrule.
game time. I can't overrule tax.
Okay,
game
we
time.
can vote who votes so that she carries on.
It's good. I think I did be
Sorry.
the only one. Ah, sorry, baby. It's okay. We'll
Dog
get him
bar
next time.
mitzvah.
That's a
A
Hillary.
dog bar mitzvah. It's in Wikipedia.
Does it say
Yeah.
you shouldn't laugh at it? Because we would take it. Then,
It's an
right?
observance and celebration of a dog's coming of age, only in a Semitic way, like the Jewish traditional bar mitzvah.
What the fuck?
But that is hilarious
It's
inherently.
fucking there.
I threw my dog a bark
But when you
Bark
shouldn't laugh
mitzvah.
at it.
Hold on, a bark mitzvah is way better. It should be called a bark mitzvah.
A bark mitzvah.
But that's not what you said.
Yes, it is.
Play the audio back.
Wait,
Put it back. What else would I say if it's for a dog?
She's hey.
All right, let's vote
Bark
one more time.
Control your. Okay, I say yay.
There's a picture.
Neither the other
We're
guy.
not budging. That's
we don't,
funny.
So the challenge is not whether or not it's a thing. The challenge is should you not laugh at
It's not to laugh at. This is a serious thing
Okay,
for people.
then why
Andrea,
are we
we're
laughing?
not-
We're
not-
all literally smiling.
This is
They're not giving
ridiculous.
it.
Then y'all aren't even following the rules.
All right,
And
so
I'm
Josh,
keeping score.
it? She's giving us the point anyway.
Fuck y'all, because all three of those are something you shouldn't laugh at.
But wait, fuck you. I was raising my hand.
Except
y'all.
you,
I
you're
said it was
fine.
good. Oh, okay. I'm
Fuck
fine.
You're
y'all.
fine. That I looked
fantastic.
it up. It exists. It's there.
Josh.
See what the thing is.
I'm more surprised it's a thing.
you
He's not
cannot
getting a
name
point.
any of the stuff that she mentioned. You have to
already
name
have
3
5.
new things. Name 3 times you shouldn't laugh.
Train derailing, airplane falling out of the sky, old people falling over.
All right.
I gotta laugh at old people
Yeah.
falling over. That's.
No, you can't laugh.
I know. I
I'm
should.
just kidding.
You can't, because a lot of people do. You can
Nice.
find that too.
Nice steal, buddy. Nice steal.
It doesn't matter. I already gave us the points.
Well, I hope integrity is, you're using integrity over there.
I am. It exists.
Okay.
I'm being just like, this is ridiculous.
Adam Poston.
Integrity is her middle name. Honesty is mine.
Okay. Adam, are you ready?
Yes.
Adam honesty.
Honest Adam is what they always say. Okay, name 3 words that describe a kiss.
Sensual, soft, wet.
No, kiss.
Not
Those
kids.
are how-
Aunt Marie, hairy, and smells like tobacco.
I would take all 6 of those.
That works for me. You get the point.
Sweet. We got a point, baby.
She's
Yeah,
like, we
now
already
we
got
have
the points.
6 points.
She's
All
not
right.
letting go.
Rocky.
Nope.
What's up, buddy?
Okay, so I hope you know a little bit about culinary.
Oh, you can't prime him. What are you doing? You're priming his categories in his head. Look at you,
How-
cheater.
How is that helping you? in any
Dog
way?
bar mitzvah? No, I'm sticking with my routine
I think
here.
we should let our listeners decide.
Oh, let's wait.
We gotta wait a week.
Yeah. Okay, so name 3 uses for egg whites.
Cake, cookies. Fuck.
Don't say another word.
It goes to Andrea.
You could have just said. I could have said. Never mind.
Andrea Joy for the steal.
If it came to me, I would not be able to. I
Gotcha.
have no idea.
Andrea,
I've
this is for the
used
steal.
different ones.
Yeah,
Yes,
you,
you have
can't
to
use his.
use all new ones. Are you ready? Name 3 uses for egg whites.
Meringue, varnish, and
Up, up, up,
Damn.
up.
You guys both only got 2. It's gonna make it even harder for Josh.
did I say the word in there though?
You said 2.
There's no
But during
word.
the bell,
No.
No,
I bet you could listen back and you'd hear it.
God. Josh, name 3. You can't use any of the words that were used already.
Damn, that's gonna be tough.
Uses for egg whites.
An omelet, bread, brownies.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if that was in there. You don't use egg whites for brownies.
Yeah, you do.
You're doing it wrong.
When?
Isn't there a little egg in there?
There is egg.
Andrea
There's
Joy?
a whole egg.
You use the whole egg, but that includes the egg white.
No, I got you. But
You wanna
a lot of the brownies that I made, it was like no eggs. So
Is that
Well, that's because you're
You
making your brownies
use
wrong.
eggs and brownies?
I don't think like
egg.
he should be punished.
I think
because
you are
you're
right.
making your brownies wrong.
Really? But I
No,
love
you're
bark
right. You're right.
mitzvah. It's fine. We just need one more.
But the question was, I don't think
One
he
more.
said it in time for the
I'll give
buzzer.
it to him.
Oh.
I think he can have it.
I think he did because I
you
don't want
got
to
it.
say what egg whites are
I
used
have
in.
the scoreboard.
Let's give it to Josh.
You get it.
But you know what happens when it comes back to you?
It's a new category.
It's a new category.
Did you start it?
No,
Who started it?
Started
And-
what?
Rocky did.
I didn't.
All right. So if it goes all the way around and nobody gets it and it goes back to the original person, he automatically gets 1 point.
Okay.
But Josh got it. So
Stop
we're
it at
good.
Josh. Yes. I say
All right.
Josh got it in the buzzer.
I say you
time.
got it too.
Word.
All right.
Me too, obviously.
I like game shows where the
Dope.
contestants can contribute to
Yeah.
Well,
whether or not the
I
buzzer-
enjoy how the contestants like bully the host. It's fun.
Especially when things exist and you look it up and show proof
So what is our actual score count?
after taking
6-6.
care of you and entertaining you all day. The score is masculine sparkly unicorn 6, And those guys, Rocky and Josh Winkle, 5.
Is it really 5?
Yep.
Okay.
I think it might be 5 to 5. Yeah,
That's fine.
Is it really 5 to 5?
It is 6 to 5.
Is that honest?
Yes, because a bar mitzvah exists.
but it's funny.
You don't laugh at it.
I do.
Okay, so
If
where
people
are we
are
at?
there laughing at it, they spend all this money for their dog. to
Oh,
have
we're
a
back to
bar
Adam, right?
Yes, we are.
All right. Adam.
Get this, baby. We win. This is the win.
This could be the winning one.
All right.
Oh, I don't want to hear this one. All right, here we go. Name 3 people who should keep their shirts on.
Me, you, Rocky. Right?
Arguably, yeah.
I
think
knew
so.
that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Easy.
There you go. You
Thank
We
take-
win.
You guys
7
win.
points.
We don't
Masculine
win.
sparkly.
We still have to get one more, baby.
We won.
We got outvoted. We voted for Josh's buzzer. You also got outvoted. Sorry.
It exists.
I voted
this
for
is
you.
Bullshit.
The question wasn't whether it exists or not.
I
That
quit.
was
She
not
just
the
threw.
question.
She just threw her book
All right,
and hit
so
the dog.
If we get this, we win. If not, it skips over you, goes to Adam, and he can take the.
I'm
whole thing.
done. We won.
It's 6-6 right
It
now,
exists.
correct?
I looked
Yeah.
it up. We didn't look
I
up
think
his
so.
sister,
Wait, no, it was
But you
5-5.
voted it.
It was
We
5.
voted.
but I showed it to you guys.
We didn't say it
that's fine.
didn't
We still
That's
voted.
exist.
just voting. But you don't laugh at something like that.
I like not me. Go ahead, Tach. You.
No, I don't.
I like
Go
not.
ahead.
I like not
Go
me
ahead,
arguing
play.
with her.
All right, you guys win.
It's 6. What's the actual score now?
6.
I don't know.
It was 5-5 before I just went, so it's 6-5.
Be nice if you had a scorekeeper,
Because
wouldn't it?
next up is Rocky.
I think this will be it. Basically, if I get it, I could win. If I screw it up, you could take the whole thing.
I just went, so it would be Andrea.
Okay.
I already won.
Even
All right.
Even
so
if we
whose
win.
turn is it?
Rockies.
Rocky.
I'm gonna go put this right on our Facebook right now too. Dog bar mitzvah.
Then this will be my last game time, just so everybody knows. All right. I'm kind of being picky now. All right. Rocky, are you ready? This will be for the go or no go one.
Let's do it.
So this is either he wins here or he
Yep.
doesn't, and it goes to Andrea.
Yep.
Either he wins or he doesn't.
All right. Name 3 nicknames for a butt.
Fanny, Heiny, ass.
Oh,
You
yeah.
made it in there just in time.
And
right.
he won. He took the fight. Congratulations.
That was
I'm not
hard.
the only
Why
one
was that
clapping.
hard to do? It's like I froze up. I took a speech class in
He
college.
froze up on the butt.
I know all kinds of things about booty. What's
I know.
up?
I was thinking, I was like, there's got to be some words for butt. That was a fun game.
So what's our final score?
Now, as a result of all these bark mitzvahs, pet stores and dog barkeries are now offering special party packages, favors, and gifts. It's to celebrate your dog turning 13. It's a serious thing.
13?
exactly.
Yes.
Does this
It
dog
first
actually
started in
practice Judaism?
1958.
You know what they?
according
You know
to
what
the
they
Beverly
give?
Hills Courier.
You know what they give 13-year-old dogs? Osteobone
Oh, man.
They're celebrating the coming of
Where's Jay
age.
Alvarez?
It started with the it was Max and Janet Salters celebrated the coming of age of their black cocker spaniel Duke of Windsor, Wendy for short. Janet coined the term bark mitzvah on the invitations.
The dog's
Over
name
the
is
next
Duke? Wait,
50
wait.
years, Max and Janet threw several more bark mitzvahs whenever one of their dogs turned 13.
The dog's name is Duke, but its nickname is Windy,
No,
Duke of Windsor.
right?
Windsor.
And its
And then it
nickname is
Windy.
Windy.
There's even notable ones. Look at all these notable ones.
I'm
It keeps
Adam
going.
of Merritt Island. My nickname is not Jill.
Not with an attitude like that.
References, further readings. They even
Okay,
talked
so-
about it in the Jewish
You guys just want to say
magazine.
she won.
Okay, so we have a winner tonight.
wanna say she
Yay.
won.
The winner, just hold your hand up.
Andrea Joy, good job.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Hey.
Oh, all right. I like it. That was a fun
It's
game.
both of us.
Hey,
We both won.
all right. So we have coming up. This is. Oh, by the way, I didn't let you close out game time.
And game time's over.
Okay. So, guys, we have a new sponsor that's coming on board.
And we're all over with game time. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
We have a new sponsor that's coming on board. It's a little bit different style sponsorship. This is sponsorship that the money from
Temporary.
the sponsor is only going to our listeners. Only going to our listeners. So I put a couple feelers out there. We have a really, really cool salon and day spa that one of our hosts actually works at, Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa.
The coolest salon and day spa.
And they are coming on board, and we're going to be giving some giveaways out to our listeners. We're going to have contests. Josh is probably going to set up something for us here online here soon.
Yeah, we have $500 in gift certificates.
Yes.
Wow.
They hooked us up with a lot, and this is 100% going to be going to our listeners. We're going to break it up into several different types of things over the next couple of months. We are going to be going out to Brent Allen. What's the date? November 25th?
November 25th.
November 25th,
yes,
yeah.
We're having a big shopping extravaganza. We'll have lots of vendors, food trucks. We're having the SPCA
You
come
know,
out.
food trucks?
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
A bounce house, but the SPCA will be out there
The
with
grown-up bounce house?
donations. A lot of the money is going to go to them. If you
All
bring
bounces-
a
houses are
dog
grown up
of cat,
bounce houses.
if you bring a bag of cat or dog food, then you will get a free eyebrow wax. And if you just
Can we bring something for a dog bark mitzvah out to
Yes,
them?
free
as well?
circumcisions at
sure,
the bar
if you
mitzvah.
want to donate anything for the pets, that would be great. Just bring out whatever you want to donate.
What
to
is a
them.
traditional gift for a dog bark mitzvah?
Usually, it would be something that the dog could eat.
There you go.
Eats.
Yeah,
Like,
so choke on that.
Wow.
Ooh, salty. But yes,
Choke on that,
we're
you fucking asshole.
we're going to be out there, and we encourage any of our listeners that are interested in coming out and seeing, a cool little event. There's a big area out back as well. It's not just like a storefront. It's actually a big area that the salon has out back. The spa section is set up over a lot of land, so there's a lot of stuff out back. So
Sounds badass.
We have parties and weddings.
So we're going to be there.
yeah,
Are,
we'll have a booth set up. We'll be recording.
are we doing a mouth hug booth or no?
Well, you always get happy endings at Brent Allen.
See?
You leave
There
happy.
go.
Yeah.
So anyway, come out there and check us out. We'll have some more information up on our Facebook page. In fact, during this break, while you're listening to DJ Gil Lugo, why don't you go check out our Facebook page and see some of the information on Brent Allen Salon?
Peep it.
I had me a boy, turned him into a man. I showed him all the things that he didn't understand. Whoa. Then I let him go. Now there's one in California who's been cursing my name. 'Cause I found me a better lover in the UK. Hey. Till I made my getaway. 1, 2.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Hey, Tach, you ever have that conversation with your girl about where to eat dinner and it always turns into that back and forth? I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer for you next time that comes up.
Oh, yeah? We're at...
The Salty Fox in Melbourne off of Oak Alley Boulevard.
Oh, nice. You know, I've actually been there, and the food was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, it was. They offer a great selection of paninis, shareable appetizers, soups and salads, and one of the best desserts I've ever had, the Funky Monkey.
Oh, yeah, my favorite was the vintage options. They got this meal called ramen noodle on crack. You just got to try it out.
Done. That's definitely what I'm getting next time.
Put the fun between your legs at the Salty Fox every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the Oak Galley Arts District Bike Crawl.
It's a 4-mile bicycle ride down Pineapple Avenue with stops for food and beer all along the route. Be sure to visit the Salty Fox every Sunday for brunch from 11 to 4.
Hey, isn't that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Sure is. Enjoy your brunch while the Salty Fox's DJ spins throwbacks and top 40 hits.
Salty Fox is located in the downtown Eau Gallie Art District on Eau Gallie Boulevard.
Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltyfoxmelbourne or online at thesaltyfox.net.
Hey listeners, be sure to mention you heard about the Salty Fox on our show and you'll get 10% off your meals.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women send in questions to show@livingpodcariously.com for Adam, Tach, and Jay to give brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really?
Hey, Tach, is that the best name we could come up with?
Yeah, just go with it.
Aw, I think it's adorable.
Can we man up the music a little bit or something?
I got you, buddy.
All right, guys, these questions come from a weekend in Cocoa Village.
Oh, okay. Wait, work in the street or?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
That would be what that would be. All right, the first one is PDA, public displays of affection. Your thoughts and preferences.
Pro PDA until it gets past the PG rating. Then, if it gets into the PG-13 realm,
If you can see pink parts, you don't want to see pink parts.
Pink parts that aren't supposed to be
Tongues
seen.
are pink.
Oh, that's true.
That's okay. Tongues are okay. It's a little bit inappropriate sometimes.
When
However,
is it okay?
if there's not like obvious, of course, I guess French kissing your woman is not necessarily a bad thing to do in front of children. That's just showing affection. But there's a certain tact that goes along with it, not tact.
Huh?
At a certain point, you're just showing them how to do it.
Yeah, that's true. It's an educational lesson.
If there's kids around, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
When we talk public display of affection, we're talking about public. Like, let's just say, for instance, at a mall. And the reason it's public is because worst case scenario, there's kids around.
Yep.
So how far can you go with kids around?
I'd say no longer than 30 seconds of French kissing.
Holy shit, that's a long
Wow,
time.
that's a
So,
long.
Yes,
30
it is.
seconds of
Long
French
time.
kissing is about all I got.
People would be like,
Whoa.
Yeah.
bye, Mr.
Say again?
Wilson.
Mr. Wilson fell off the face.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
you don't
can.
have to dunk your balls in the candy.
That's right. I called him Mr. Wilson.
Yes, he did.
Nice to
Okay,
know.
sorry.
What were you going to ask?
I was going to ask how many lists you're on, but it's gone.
Oh,
It's gone.
30 seconds is way too long. I would say anything longer than like 3 or 4 seconds is inappropriate, I think.
all right.
Inappropriate, all right, the way that I think about it is, if somebody is like, if there's a couple, if there's like a few teenagers and they're like hugging and kissing or whatever and they can't let go of each other, I get it, I was
Sure.
there too, but like right now,
Old people can't do it.
well, I mean, that's fine too.
That's racist.
that is classic racism, and I'm triggered.
Yep.
But like as far as I go, like if I'm out with a woman, I do not like sitting and kissing and being all like faces next to each other. Maybe I have an intimacy thing, but I don't want to be like I mean, I'm happy to like hold hands and kind of like chill in line while you're looking at your order or whatever.
Frequency is important.
But
I think that's.
I could not imagine making out in public.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I wouldn't want to make out in public.
No.
Who's got the time?
I'd do it.
Well, you have time, but I think I'd be uncomfortable.
I don't have time, but I'm not against it. If someone's making out in public, I'm not gonna make a scene. I'm not gonna go up and just be like that's inappropriate, guy. Inappropriate. I can't even say inappropriate.
Words are hard.
Words are very hard, especially after a couple
Sir,
hours.
I think her mouth is pregnant now.
But yeah, if there's like kids around and stuff like that, and there's like like I said, pink parts. Like if you have your hand in her pants, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Ooh,
cool.
I like
You
that.
can't see anything.
Can we try?
Oh my God.
Andrea, can we do that tomorrow?
The kids don't know what's going on under there. They can't really see. With a guy,
Oh,
it's a
they
little bit
know.
more
They
obvious.
have YouTube.
I'm just trying to find the
true.
penny that I lost earlier.
How many lists are you on, Rocky?
I don't know, man. I'm afraid to check that online database. Last time I looked up my name, it looked like my computer screen had chicken pox. Yeah, my neighborhood's full of sex offenders, apparently. Yeah.
All right, number 2. So my boyfriend and I hardly ever talk on the phone,
Dump him.
and never for over a few minutes. He says he hates talking on the phone, which would be fine, except I know he likes talking on the phone because he chats with his buddy for hours sometimes, and at least for half an hour each time. Yeah. What's up with this? Guys are mysterious.
Do we tell her the truth here?
Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if he's willing to sit on the phone for a half hour or more with one of his friends, but not you, maybe he just likes talking to his buddy more.
Maybe he's fucking someone
Maybe he's
else.
fucking somebody else.
I don't. I
Don't
see.
say
I
that,
didn't
Adam.
think
You do
that.
it all the time.
I
It's Mr. Ray Burrito himself
think
that
that.
gives us that answer.
That's not what. That's not where my mind went at all.
What's he talk? So here's the question: I could talk to Ron, my buddy and tax buddy as well, for 30 minutes about fantasy football stats.
Or Steve.
Yeah, or Steve.
That was like 2 hours.
Who the fuck is Steve?
He's Jamie's husband.
Yeah, they are all over
Do you know
each
any
other
of 'em?
all the time.
They're all
Jamie
over
and I
each
have
other.
so much fun talking about
I
it.
love the way that you say they're all over each
Wait, who?
other.
Me and
We're
Steve?
texting each other like, yeah, when was the last time you talked to your man? I know, right?
You and Steve are.
Well, hang on. Me and Steve
Steve
don't
and I,
talk
sorry.
that much.
Look
Yeah.
at him being all defensive.
Well, hang on, but we had fun. So I played fantasy football in 2 leagues, and there was a kid. Well, he turned out to be good. I didn't know another manager
With
of another
a kid?
team. Hang on, another manager of another team that was basically talking smack about something that happened, and he was he called into question his ethics. So me and Steve decided to troll the fuck out of this guy, and turns out he was a 23-year-old young man. But he just was immature and didn't know how to argue back, so it was fun trolling.
Oh, Steve sounds fun. Cool. Next.
Tack's jealous. Oh, I got
that
where
it?
this
Well,
was going.
He doesn't spend hours with you on the phone?
No.
Maybe if Tack played fantasy football.
I can't stand talking on the phone to girls.
Like, I watched four episodes of Fuller House, which is good for me.
It was good for your She-Wolf pack, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And that's why I don't talk to you on the phone, Tack.
I love Candace Cameron, though.
he just doesn't want to talk
I
to
would
her.
definitely have a threesome
I would
with
talk
her.
to Candace Cameron on the phone for hours.
I heard
The thing that's going on with that couple is she's saying boring shit. She's not saying that he likes. They're not talking about anything that he likes.
Right, they're not talking about porn or
well,
metal music or fucking.
If one of my buddies
filmmaking.
calls me up, it's who, what, when, where, why. That's the only reason that we're talking on the phone
For hours.
And half the time I'm in the car. If my girlfriend calls me up, she has got a few things that I don't need
what,
to know.
Where, when, why.
You won't believe what Becky said.
There's stuff that I just don't need
That's
to know.
who. Becky's who.
It's
Girls love
clogging
the
up.
gossip,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's clogging up time, and I'm just whatever. But then again, if somebody calls with something that I want to talk about, if it has to do with logos or something about the show or whatever, I've got all fucking day. So I see where she's coming from.
Rocky, I see what you're saying, and I agree with you.
If it's business, I'm talking all day.
women
If
are
it's just-
less important to talk to. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what I was getting at.
All right, you hear this, lady?
just kidding.
Straight from the horse's
Oh, I'm just
mouth.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't put that evil on me.
Let the
agree.
rebellion take
I
place.
agree. My buddy calls me, like, say, Jimmy calls me, and we talk a long
Why
time.
did Tack
You're
look
just
at
trying
me?
to make him
Talk a
jealous.
long time on the phone. But we talk about upcoming projects. We talk about filmmaking stuff. We
Activities.
talk,
Like real things that aren't fantasies.
It's a fantasy movie.
No,
not a
this
fantasy,
is
it's a
real
drama.
projects.
It's a drama based on a true story. All right, I take that back.
Okay, so I
but-
get it, girls. Okay, go ahead.
oh yeah, and so when girls call, it's like, all right, I guess.
No, finish your
it's
comment.
fine. I bet you if Steve was here, he'd have all the time in the world.
For the listener, I'm trying to keep our last segment of the show in under a certain amount of time, and I'm just trying to make sure we do.
right.
Tack took me pointing to the time.
Tack, you're my
offensively.
favorite comedian.
I took it offensively. I listened to your bullshit all night waiting for my time. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so
I wonder why there's no rewind. Okay.
Whoa.
All right, next.
Kidding?
Number 3.
You know why I can't afford it. Uh-oh.
number 3.
Number 3.
Why is my boyfriend such an asshole?
Oh, it's close. What is a deep, dark secret about guys that women aren't supposed to know about?
Why don't you guys
Why
take
would you
this one?
ask that? I know you didn't ask it specifically. I know.
We masturbate more than you think.
Were you at the party last night?
No. Wasn't invited.
I mean,
Steve was there.
I can't.
Oh, I
I
bet
can't
he
think
was.
of some like.
No, he invited us to the fair.
I can't think of some like major overreaching dark secret that guys have that women aren't supposed to know.
We masturbate more than you think. That's pretty
Like
much
something
it.
maybe just like gross, like picking
No.
your nose behind a door. Something doesn't have to be like something.
We sometimes see how high we can pee in the air in the shower.
Yeah, something stupid like that. Even.
They know
Yeah, been
how
there.
often we masturbate.
Been there.
How high?
Yeah, see if you can get it over your head.
What?
Sure, you stand back in the shower and piss and see how high you
Okay, all right.
I think
you're
that's
not
just
speaking
you.
for me. No,
You're not
I've
speaking for
never
me
done that.
either.
I'm not peeing all over the shit. Baby, if you're at home listening, I'm not peeing all over the shower. No, I'm joking.
I don't either. I just think that's something guys do.
I'm not really into that. I have peed on my feet because I heard it cured athlete's foot, but I stopped doing that because I was peeing all
That's
over
a
the place.
lie.
Yeah, I know.
You know what you do? Stop using all the medicines.
All the medicines?
I had athlete's foot real bad when I was a kid, and I had all the different medicine,
I don't use
everything.
anything.
I just stopped using it. It went away and never got it back.
I just got a bottle of pee that I carry with me, and I sprinkle my. I'm sorry.
A little
yeah.
spritzer.
Maybe
and
that's
you
our deep
still
dark
have
secret.
it. That's why you should never use it.
That's our deep dark secret. Is we
If
carry.
you still have it, it's wrong.
We all carry a little bottle of pee with us.
Yeah, is that yours, everyone?
A couple drops in between each toe.
I got it mixed up one time for my vape juice, though. It was really not a good day.
That's bad.
What? I squirted vape juice on my feet.
All right, you guys might like this one.
Okay.
I know it might have been asked in the past, but opinions change, and well, I didn't hear the answer. What do guys prefer? Silicone, saline, all natural, big, small, saggy, squishy, firm, big nipples, little nipples, pointy nipples, etc.
Whew.
That was a lot.
How about I'm gonna answer this a little differently. I can't think of any tits that I dislike.
Any at all, like any, like.
Barbara Walters.
I have a preference.
I mean,
but
I've seen some. There's some
that's
weird
true.
ones.
I would look. I might not like gigantic train wreck titties, but I would still look.
yeah,
You're always curious to see. You
Yeah.
might not like what you see. You don't know what's behind door number 2, but you still, curiosity,
A
killed the
lot.
cat.
A lot of guys are on the fake or real side. So either they like fake or they like
I've
real.
not encountered a lot of fake boobies in
My-
my time. I thought there was going to be a lot more of that when I was younger. I thought that was going to happen a lot more.
To me, it's simple. If you can touch them,
They're
they're real.
real, yeah.
It doesn't
Is
matter
it
if they're
hard to tell?
some boobs jobs that are bad. Yes, it's easy to tell on some, but some boob jobs that are good, no, you can't tell. It's hard to tell. It depends if it's under the muscle, over the muscle, the type of silicone, or
So nowadays, people who are getting breast implant stuff, it's so good that you can't even tell.
It also depends on where the girl
Probably.
started. If she started as an A and is now a C or a D, it's very
You can
easy to
see
tell.
you can see some.
Yeah.
If you didn't know her.
Doesn't matter. That's
yeah,
irrelevant.
you can just one Google search, and you know what I liked small boobs for the longest time. I just thought they were more symmetrical. Usually when they start growing at a crazy rate, all sorts of stuff happens. But still, that's beautiful in its own right too. I don't think there's a bad one. Is there a bad boob? There's got to be some bad old biker ladies with
I'm thinking like those Africa movies I watched in 3rd grade,
Yeah,
where they
those-
were just like sagging down
those
here,
get-
and the baby's like dragging on the nipple on the
those are
ground.
pretty gnarly. Those are some
kinda
gnarly
scary.
boobs. Yeah, those are some crazy titties. God
But
bless them.
that one that's a working boob.
That is a working boob. That's a working boob. Where if you were like trying to like hammer something
You can
and you
use it.
accidentally hit your tit with a hammer, it would feel like not even as bad as hitting your thumb. You just be like,
You wouldn't even
you
feel
hit your
it.
tit. You're like, fucking, I hit my tit 10 times a day.
I'll tell you what.
The skin around the like areola,
Yeah.
you could pinch that as hard as you want.
Like a
you
ball
won't
sack.
feel it at all.
Like a ball.
Or like your elbow.
I didn't know
What's
that
it
about
called?
balls.
There's some places on the ball, not every place on the
Not
ball.
the ball.
If you hit, it hurts. But if
The skin.
there's some places where you can pinch a ball as hard as you want.
What?
Nothing. No.
Just the skin, like
Go give me
pull
a
the
pair of
skin
vice grips from the truck. I swear to God.
Are you
I
talking
think
just
this
like
is
the
just-
skin, like pull
Yeah,
a piece
not
of skin
Like
off?
your weenus. Like your
Yes.
weenus.
Like,
Not- you can't, like,
feel
take-
that.
You can pinch it. And that's why the old pinch and
Yes.
roll works for an itchy ball if you can't. And
No, I agree with that. Now you're confusing ball with sack.
Yeah.
Not
Ball,
the testicle.
not pinching ball. Sack.
Okay, that makes better sense.
Okay, not pinching the ball. No, God,
God.
that hurt.
I was there
Oh.
with you. I was there with you. The holder.
Pinch and twist.
Yeah,
All
the whole
four
thing.
guys
And do like a
in
little
studio
skin
just
tornado?
adjusted in their seats. It was
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
same skin around the
You can do like a little skin
No,
tornado. You
that
can
is
twist
not the
it.
Well,
same skin.
it's not that saggy.
That is not the same
stretchy.
skin.
I meant it's the same sensitivity. Like you
Gotcha.
could you could pinch it. It's
Oh man,
I don't know why I'm
wish
demonstrating on my
I wish
Little-
my balls were smooth as a boob.
little nipples, by the way.
skin.
I'm a
What's that?
fan of little nipples.
Little nipples?
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
sausage areolas.
No,
you know what I mean?
agree, yeah.
I don't want a pepperoni pizza areola. I want little.
I'm
tiny
hungry now
nipples.
that you
They're
just said
beautiful.
pepperoni. I'm so hungry.
I didn't eat
I don't
dinner.
care. No,
There's some in there, Josh.
yeah, there's.
All right, we have one more question, guys.
All right.
What would be your perfect day?
Oh.
This is gonna have to be around the room.
Around the room. Who starts?
We'll save Rocky for last.
Oh, okay.
So for me, the perfect day would be a comfortable summer afternoon, not in Florida, not 100 degrees outside, but let's say 85 in the summer, which is kind of rare here, but that's what I would like. Very low humidity. I would like to start the day off with a family breakfast here at the house
Oh,
where we've
that
got
sounds good.
both the kids, me and you are sitting around here and we have a good breakfast. Everybody's happy, whatever. Followed up with a day of either boating on the river or the beach or something outdoors where we go somewhere and then maybe have a picnic, what have you. Come back to the house. The family does something together again where we like watch a movie or whatever the hell, play a board game or something. And then the nighttime we have a babysitter or our kids are old enough where we don't need that. And then it becomes adult time. So we go out on a date.
I'd be asleep.
On this perfect day, they're out of the house. They're gone. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then we wrap up the evening with some, fun adult time.
Cunnilingus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We should be sleeping from the exhausting day with the kids.
Right? That's a whole
And
bunch
cooking
of time out in the sun.
breakfast.
Yeah, you might have to crack that into 2 days. That's a weekend.
Yeah, that is a good weekend's worth of entertainment. Yes.
What about you, Mr. Josh Winkle?
My perfect day. Traveling. Definitely traveling.
Cool.
Going somewhere new. I didn't tell you guys. So this weekend, Steph and Margaret are my wife and sister. They worked together, and I'm going to Colorado this weekend.
Are you really?
Yeah.
This coming up weekend?
Yeah. I mean,
So he's
shit.
going to have his perfect day soon.
yeah.
Flying or driving?
That's
I'm
awesome.
flying.
Flying
I'm
up
glad.
there?
I'm happy
Yeah.
for you.
Round trip airfare, $150.
That's awesome.
For what?
Damn.
Just for.
Colorado's starting to turn into
Because-
Vegas.
Because
So
why the
that's
fuck
even
not?
better. Yeah, I was like, is there like a certain
There's
reason you have
not-
to go do something?
No, Steph found cheap tickets, and it worked out. I was able to get all my packing and shit ready.
You're going by
today.
yourself?
No, I'm going with Steph, Dan, and Ricky.
Oh, I thought they just got you a ticket. Like, just
Go ahead,
do
buddy.
You.
Hotel
Go do
room.
you.
Margaret says, Josh, I need you to go. I need to set up the house.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so we're going to Denver Friday, and then
Did you get the
driving
invite?
to Colorado Springs
I didn't
Saturday.
get it. Tack might have.
Tack, did you get the invite?
I wonder if Steve got it.
Steve might
We
have.
definitely invited Steve. Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna meet us there. We're going sledding together.
Dang it.
You're going sledding? What is that? A
I
sport?
haven't been skiing in so long. I can
Sledding?
do the Black Mountain.
Sledding.
Slutting?
Sledding.
SLUT.
Slut.
Oh.
I see.
That's where you go kill hookers.
God.
Grand Theft Auto 5 style.
I apologize.
What about you, Tech?
Well, I noticed that none of you said on a perfect day to be podcasting, so I thought I was a little disappointed there.
Hey, I haven't gone yet.
Who are you sucking up to?
Nobody. That would be absolutely included in my perfect day. So,
The listeners is who he's sucking up to.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have.
If it
Okay,
involves
so
pussy.
So yeah, it's me and Candace Cameron, and
Oh,
And her
spending this day
husband?
together.
we could go celebrity on
Is
this.
her husband there too?
No,
What do you
He's-
mean? You didn't know you go celebrity.
Oh, but Arnold Schwarzenegger. I did.
What are you doing?
I'm just
go
kidding.
ahead.
Go,
Tack.
Tack.
I don't need to hear
this
about
is
it.
my perfect day.
Yes.
You guys are ruining it. And it's also a day where there's no Steve or anything anywhere.
Steve died the day before.
Him and Candace Cameron's husband were hanging out.
Okay.
They were having homosexual.
So she ran
sex.
to you.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they died in a car accident or whatever. So, so I don't know. Honestly, though, it would just be. I really like your idea of the perfect day of spending that family time together. Not so much on a boat because the sun hates me and tries to kill me, but
Traveling
travel where?
anywhere.
Spend the whole day traveling.
Like
I just did
Publix?
that. Over
The whole day in the car.
Walmart.
Yeah,
All right, what
sounds
if you
perfect.
wake up already like
No, I like to get waking up early in the morning, having a nice breakfast. I like that. That's badass.
who's
Then
making
going
this
somewhere.
breakfast?
I'll
feel
make it.
like-
I cook. I love to cook. I love to cook big breakfast too. It's awesome. And then just I don't know, just spend the day with the kids and Candace Cameron. What?
All right.
That's a good
And
one.
then by
That's
the
your
evening time, me and Candace leave. We go get a hotel, and then afterwards we come back and I
And
podcast.
DHS took the kids.
And you heat it up.
I
and
podcast.
You break
No.
it down. And
we podcast, and I tell you about the story that I just fucked Candace Cameron.
Do you really think that Candace Cameron would go to a hotel that you can rent by the hour?
No,
the
we're gonna
Aladdin
spend the
Motel.
night there
But you're
because nothing is
podcasting.
better than
It's one
hotel
day.
sex.
It's one day.
Yeah, you just pay for the whole night and then leave when you're done.
Yeah.
It's classier that way.
All right, Rocky, is your day over?
Oh, I guess so.
Well, you're already leaving after having sex.
He's already
That's
wrapped
fine.
it up. You know what, man? My day, I kind of live my perfect day a little bit throughout the week. So I'm just going to piece together a little bit of my week. Normally, I wake up, I go grab some coffee, and I'll take my dog with me. And, I like that you had the weather in there. Mine would probably be a good 64 degrees in the morning
Oh,
there.
shit.
Ooh, chilly.
Oh, it was perfect the other morning.
Like 71, 72.
Oh, that's a good one for the midday. That's a good
Yeah.
one. But I'm
All
talking
day.
about
All day.
on my ride to get coffee. And then I come home, I do a little bit of podcasting, and then after the podcasting, I grill up some food and we take the jet skis out back, the pontoon boat, hanging out with the dogs and the girls and my friends.
Nice.
Beers, family, my gay sister, all that stuff.
You got the point, dude. You got the point.
No,
I bet there was a dog bar mitzvah in that.
they're probably somewhere. I'd probably circumcise the dog. Whatever, just stuff like this. No. Drinking and smoking with my friends and family, and
brace, by the way.
definitely podcasting because it is my favorite thing to do. And then that's pretty much my and then I mean a nice big. You said that you like cooking a big breakfast. I like a big dinner, steaks, chicken, all that stuff like that. Vegetables all over the place, and
that sounds awesome.
and a couple like joke time like beers out by the fire. kind of thing.
Can Candace and I come over to that?
Absolutely, Steve. You can't come.
Thanks.
There are some
Thanks.
people that do the East Coast to West Coast Florida sunrise to sunset day.
Oh
where
man,
they drive across Central Florida, then hit
Yeah,
different
yeah.
spots across the way because it only takes 2.5 hours to get from one side to the other. But you make it a whole day. You get up and have breakfast and watch sunrise over in like Cocoa Beach, make your way through Orlando, and then end up in St. Pete. And there's a place out there that's the Indian destination that's a similar style beach place
That's
that you
awesome.
can go to and watch sunset. Over
when
there.
I
It's
lived
really
in
cool.
New Smyrna Beach, I had my favorite day all the time. I would spend the entire day at the beach, and that was also a great way to do
yeah.
it. A great day. It's just all day at the beach.
Let's
So that's it.
Let's reverse Guyry this one. I want to hear this answer from you.
Your perfect day.
Okay.
Bubble
See.
bath.
I would wake up to breakfast in bed, followed by a masseuse that would come in and give me a massage.
Oh my God, yes. I
And
want
then
that
after
too.
that, stylist would come in and do my hair and makeup,
yeah,
so I
no.
don't have to do anything.
Ooh, okay.
Followed by a trip to Disney where there are no lines. I get right in and do every single ride as many times as I want, all the roller coasters. And that was also on the way to Disney was a limousine.
She's basically
way the
describing a celebrity's life. Okay.
And then after that, I would spend the day doing that. And then that night, I would go to the Playhouse where I would be in a show, but it would be my favorite song and dance of all the shows I've been in. And I just got to do every single one of those.
Which was Gaston?
That would be one of them. Yeah.
All right.
All different musicals. It would
Oh,
just be
okay, I
one
gotcha.
after another. I wouldn't have back time stage. I would just be right on because people would be changing me into the next outfit right back on the stage for every single one, full of an audience, full of all my friends. Then after the shows, we would all go out and where we're in Cocoa Village. So the whole village just opens up like Mardi Gras, and all the doors are open just for, and you're Andrea's friends, all free drinks for everyone. We just have a great time.
I think Candace and I can make that. That's fine.
Then,
this will be before.
since I was at Disney World, Aladdin had become friends with us. He comes by and he's got his magic carpet, and then the carpet's got friends. So we all have magic carpets that just magically takes everyone back to their homes while they're passed out on their carpet, sleeping on the twilight sky. And it would be you and me on the magic carpet under the moonlight, riding home, kissing.
Oh, what a
That's my-
special day.
That was
best
very
day.
detailed. That
That was
sounds
beautiful.
awesome. That was beautiful.
beautiful.
Still didn't hear podcasting in there. But no, I'm just kidding.
Or our children.
These were all stories for me to talk about on the podcast.
What?
I like it.
They were all stories for me to talk about the next day on the podcast.
Oh, I see. Will this magic carpet take me over to Rocky's thing?
Yeah, that would be
You
great.
want
Take
the
you anywhere
magic
it's
carpet to take
magic.
you home to Rocky? Sure, Tach, that would be great. And that's the end of the diary.
I like it.
The best guyry ever, Andrea Joy. All right. So we want to wrap up show?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Did we tell everyone how to win these gift certificates?
We haven't come up with that yet. We have to talk about that.
It was.
But you can win them.
Yeah, all of the listeners, all of the gift
we're
certificates we
just
have
showing
from Brent
off what
Allen.
we have.
Yeah. All of the listeners are, all of the gift certificates and gift cards for specific items at Brent Allen Salon are going straight to the listeners. So there'll be some kind of contest. Some people have already recommended some pretty good ideas to us. So we're going to do something.
What were
that's
the
all for
best
listeners.
recommendates?
The best one guy. So one of our listeners, one of our fellow podcasters on Podcast Discovery Center, which is just a Facebook group, but it's got about 1,400 members.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, fucking great. They one of them said, "Hey, you should have a top 10 list of listeners' stories about something like bad
that's great.
dating experiences, or bad haircuts."
Uh-oh.
Because
Bad haircuts or salon experiences.
yeah, and then
Everybody's got one.
we just played
and
that.
if you don't want one, go check out her salon.
Exactly. Tying it right in. So we don't know yet. Actually, Anthony Hayes, one of the admins that runs PDC, gave me a recommendation to use. There's a app you can actually use. Your first one's free, but then they charge you to build your packages of giveaways. They might help you market it and give you a really cool form for people to fill out and all this shit. So
why not?
Yeah, what I'm leaning towards right now is and this is another recommendation came from, I think it was PDC as well. Having somebody like the page, follow the page, and then leave the worst Christmas gift they've ever given or received.
That's
and
pretty
then
good
we would
too.
pick what we think is the worst gift.
That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
too.
I've heard those in the past with other people, and they're fucking always good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I told us. Well, I'll get to that one another day. There's a story that's very lengthy, but it's made it on other podcasts because it's such that kind of story. This is the story where Tach always asks me, why do I have stories like this? It's one of those stories.
Nice.
Also, you'll be able to hear it on Living Podcariously's Gentleman's Club. That's for Patreon subscribers.
Indeed.
So those are the extra podcasts. You'll hear that story I'm referencing on there, uncut, unedited, and Tach and I'll discuss the aftermath that happened after we told that story. So look for that in a future LPGC episode.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a nuts story. All right, so Andrea, where can our listeners find you?
Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa.
And we're going to be up there November 25th for a listener. If you want to come out and hang out with us. We're going to be recording up there at Brent Allen during the day during their event. So head on up there and see us. Check us out. Might give you a free mug if you come up there and mention you like the show.
Might give you a mug.
We might.
Might mug you. All right, Rocky, plug the shows, buddy.
You know what, man? You can check me out, Rocky Socha on Facebook, ROCKY SOCHA, and if not, you can check out. Just look up What's the Fuss Podcast everywhere, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and what'sthefusspodcast.com. That's where you can hear us, and also on pftmedia.com.
PFT Media.
Thank you.
Listen, on behalf of Living Podcariously, Rocky, we want to thank you very much for coming out here and sitting in this show, but obviously hosting the Twisted 10 this week. It was an awesome show.
I can't thank you guys enough. I love both of these shows, and I'm honored to be here, man. I'll do it anytime you ask.
Hell yeah, man.
Awesome.
That means we don't have to ever do one again.
There you go.
It's
I'll do
Rocky
it.
over all the time.
I'll do it.
Josh, your inaugural episode's coming up.
So what do I got? 3 weeks?
3
Who did you
weeks.
say?
Mr. Wilson.
Your
get to
balls are
touch
going
his dick.
so deep in that candy tonight.
I thought it was I touched his dick.
that the
When
name
did that change?
Of your vagina?
It's all recorded.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So, and also don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Podcarious, as well as on our Instagram. If you guys want to see what Andrea Joy looks like, nobody else cares what we want to. But
I can't do it that
Nah, these guys are some hotties.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. This is a comedy podcast.
That's
Just
true.
made it funny.
You know what?
That little hottie
When she
right
says
there.
stuff like that, it's almost mean. You know, it's almost like it goes past funny. To, it's like,
Patronizing.
I know you're lying. Yeah.
You're
Okay.
You
patronizing.
guys are all very handsome.
I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys.
right. And you know what? You're just rubbing salt in the wound.
That's ridiculous. You girl can't even give a compliment.
it's
Y'all
fine.
are worse than women.
I ruined it.
I didn't say it this time.
As well as you can also follow or find us on Facebook as well.
Facebook.com/livingpodcariously, Patreon.com/livingpodcariously. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you very excuse me. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening to us this week on behalf of Living Podcariously. I'm Adam.
I'm Tach.
I'm Andrea Joy.
Mr. Wilson.
And to our very special guest host this week,
Rocky Socha, thank you so much.
yeah, go check out What's the Fuss podcast.
Please do.
Hey, remember we had that listener event?
Yeah, our first ever listener event from Living Podcariously.
Yeah, 777, July 7th.
Giant success. In fact, we just gave Keith with the Children's Hunger Project his money from that event that we raised.
Indeed, we did. Hey, what was that beer that was donated for the event?
That was from Bug Nutty Brewery. That was called the Nutty Idiot. It was a medium-bodied lager. I don't remember the ingredients that they had in it, but man, it was good. We served 300 pours, all 300 possible pours that we could have out of their donation. We served very, very quickly that night.
Yeah, it had like an Asian flavor to it or something. It was like, I don't know what it was. It was interesting. It was cool, though. I loved it.
I think a little bit of a sesame flavor.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get that ingredient list from him, but yeah, that was really, really good. Our boy Ray Burrito also does comedy up there every third Thursday at Bug Nutty Brewery here on Merritt Island. He does the third Thursday comedy night up there.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
It's a really cool list. It's every time I've been up there, it's amazing comics.
Nice.
Andrea, did you try the beer that night?
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
She's not a beer drinker, can you tell?
Don't say it like that.
I wasn't standing at the game all night. I had plenty of time to drink beer.
Yeah, John and the guys over at Bug Nutty certainly hooked us up. So we want to send all of our listeners, if you're looking for a good micro brew, especially in Brevard County, there's a lot of them out there, and Bug Nutty is by far one of the best.
They are located at 715 North Courtney Parkway, Merritt Island. Give them a call at 321-452-4460 or email them at manager@bugnutty.com.
Well, from what I heard, and this is all hearsay, and I don't remember the source on this. I don't think it was Joe Rogan. I'm really going back in my brain. I do not know where I heard this. So my sources could be incorrect. I heard that he picked him up, and Kevin Spacey picked up this gentleman and took him to his room, smelled of alcohol, and sort of laid him down and tried to basically make out with him, and he was very inappropriate, especially if this gentleman was 14 at the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then he tried to throw a huge red herring by
coming out as gay,
basically saying that he was gay, and that's why he's also a child molester. He basically tried to insinuate that gay people also do this, but I think people are smarter than that. I think people are smarter than that. I don't think that people think that gay people do that.
Yeah, no.
I think everybody knew that's horseshit. Dude.
Well, he said that he said he does not remember the event. He said he was extremely intoxicated. It was a weird time in his life. He was heavily in alcohol.
He said if it did happen, that's how
he apologized. I don't remember this, but I apologize. Oh my God, I'm sorry. And then he came out as gay.
Basically saying, all this horrible. I did this horrible stuff, but I'm gay. So like now you can't touch me. I'm gay. Like he thought that was going to help, and it absolutely
gay is.
didn't.
I mean, it's so indifferent. It's so different than
Has nothing to do with
pedophilia.
has nothing to do with being a child molester.
Yeah, correct. 100% right.
So,
Oh wow! Did you get that first pube yet? Kevin Spacey wants to know, Tach.
So Kevin Spacey, and then of course we had Bill Cosby a few years ago. I don't know if you guys have seen like the whole movement that Corey Feldman is on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exposing all the celebrities for all their shit.
Slowly, he's doing
Yeah.
it because the libel laws there are really hard to enforce. We actually just did an episode on this where we kind of went over a lot of this stuff. Not to pimp my own show on your
No,
show,
dude,
but
of course. Plug anything you want to on here. You know that.
I just learned about this stuff, so I'm kind of excited about the topic. Is the only reason because I just learned a lot of this stuff, and I'm glad that you're talking about it because it does need to be talked about.
You know, I'm not saying not to do that. I mean, exposing something that's horrible obviously should be done, and I praise. I mean, I've never thought I'd actually say I praise Corey Feldman for something, but
Praise Corey. I say it all the time after every meal, or right before every meal.
he looks like fucking Skrillex to me so much.
Yeah,
but,
well, he does look a lot like the guy from Skrillex. What's his name? Sonny.
Something, yeah.
Fuck.
I know him
I
as
used to
Skrillex.
skateboard with the kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a little bit younger than me, but he skateboarded in Orlando. He was okay too. And
That's fucking cool.
and then he was in a band from First to Last, and they were awesome. I loved From First to Last. And then he became Sonny fucking what's his fucking name? He's really good. I don't know. Very talented individual, but that's not who we're talking about right now.
No.
Sorry, Tach.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And so, and two other people that were also on this as well.
Sonny John Moore. Sorry.
There we go. Sonny Moore.
This week.
That would be me.
He just hosted his next The Twisted 10, so go check that out as well.
Yep.
Mr. Rocky Socha with What's the Fuss podcast.
Hey, thank you guys
What's
for having
up?
me.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I was thinking a good punishment was you have to stick your dick in that sticky bowl of candy and eat whatever sticks to your balls.
I love it. All right, next time you get the name wrong.
I have to teabag the candy bowl.
Yeah, whatever sticks because something's gonna stick. A bunch of stuff stuck to my hand.
Yeah.
Yep, there was a melted warhead
But
in
then-
the package when I opened the brand new package.
But then
Warhead's
who
the
wants
best.
to eat the candy after that? My balls have been in them.
I'll still eat it.
It's probably not so bad because that stickiness, it's not what you think.
It's
it is.
tax balls.
It's not Warhead.
It's cum.
It's not Warhead. It was
We
sour.
did leave him alone when we bought the candy, and I gave him
Yeah.
the bowl of candy right after I opened it. So
Well, I
his
tasted
hands might have
a
been-
lot of it. There was a bunch floating around in the bottom, and it was
Salty?
definitely sour.
Yeah.
It wasn't salty. It
Are you
was sour.
vaping on the show?
Yeah.
It was really sour.
Tack, have you been eating? She did that in Twisted 10 too. I'm like, Andrea.
No, I wasn't. I was comparing big mouthpieces to little mouthpieces.
Keep going.
I just was filling. I didn't actually touch it. That time I wasn't paying
It's all
attention.
good. It's all
I
good.
like your no vape rule. We don't do that on my show. My producer Etchy just vapes crazy, and then you can like he'll talk like this because he's got a bunch of smoke.
Yeah.
He does it all the time.
We might change that to where if we've got the sponsor that I'm trying to bring on board with us, they are a vape and a smoke shop and stuff
Ooh,
like that.
then we can vape.
Well,
awesome.
well, sort of.
That's
Hang on.
what's up.
I don't want vaping because vaping is annoying. I've listened to too many podcasts that
Can
have
you
that
hear
going
it?
on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
you
is
can almost
this?
hear it.
I don't hear it at all.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either.
Awesome. See?
You didn't blow anything though. Anyway, but I think if we're gonna have them on, I think what would be kind of cool is to bring in different flavors and try them on the air,
sure.
and
Yeah.
basically a way for us to get free vape tack. That's basically
And
what I'm
the
going
thing
for.
is, you're gonna have to find other vapors that want to hear that on.
Yeah.
You get up close and you can hear the crackle.
Yeah,
I
I
know
don't-
that some people. I don't vape. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know.
Yeah, no,
that-
you're right.
Isn't the heat like a big thing?
No, I think mine's quiet because I have it like down to like 16. And what is yours
16.
at?
16 watts.
I usually do 30.
I vape at 120.
So maybe that's why I can do it quietly. I mean, I would mess up and make it loud so I don't.
The only time I vape is if I'm at a Tom and Dan event or somewhere out in town and someone recognizes me and they want to give
Yep.
me a vape of their like weed stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just hit it. Like I don't know what it is, who it is, whose mouth has been on it.
Yep.
I'll just take it and then feel weird the rest of the day. That shit'll get you so stoned.
It'll
So
also
I
get you
hear-
herpes.
Herpes?
Yes.
Oh man.
Well, mouth herpes.
I gotta stop.
Cold sores.
Mouth herpes?
Yeah.
You don't want that. How do you cure herpes?
You
Can
can't
You
ever.
No,
Never.
nothing.
No, so if you
you could
had like
take
some kind of
medicine.
cut or maybe a zit that you popped that was open and they had it and they had it and they did it and then you did it, you would
So
have it.
one weird
makes
night
sense.
of drinking out of the wrong glass, you can never have a job in retail again.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically. But you can
That's-
take. Andrea, we close most of our shows telling our listeners how they can come see you up at Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa. Do you want to tell the listeners the cool news, or can I?
I think I've got this one, Adam. Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa is joining the Dichotomy Media team, and this time, the investment is being turned around to you, the listener. Keep your eye on our podcast Facebook page for contests and giveaways that include massages, pedicures, and gift cards for all services. Brent Allen is a Paul Mitchell-focused salon, which keeps us up to date on the latest hair trends and fashions.
The atmosphere at Brent Allen is inviting as well as comfortable. The spa brings the definition of tranquility into a reality. You can enjoy a wide range of massage techniques to facials, body scrubs, wraps, pedicures, waxing, spray tan, and much more.
Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa is located at 3570 North Highway 1 in Cocoa, just 1 mile north of 528. Come in and see us in person or visit us online. The pricing and menu of services can be found at BrentAllenSalon.net or call to book an appointment at 321-639-7376. If you book with me, be sure to mention this ad and receive 20% off your first service.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
You gotta play with it a little bit and it gets excited.
All right, and on that note, welcome to Living Podcariously. Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that
yeah.
was a trick. You can't catch me when I'm talking about bones.
I am Adam. I'm one of your regular hosts of Living Podcariously. Sitting across from me over in studio.
I am Tach, and I am also one of the regular hosts.
That's right.
Sitting across from me on the Lady Chase.
Hi, this is Andrea Joy.
Yes, and we no Josh, at least
Andrea.
not at least not now. He'll be in here a little bit later in this episode. He's
Who?
driving back over, Mr.
Who?
Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got to touch your
Blowjob.
dick.
Got to do what?
What?
That's the
What?
punishment.
Yeah.
Mouth hug.
So I either get a blowjob or Tack touches my dick.
When
One
you
of the
get
two?
it right, you get a reward.
From
When you
who?
get it wrong, you get it punished.
No, that's
Which
a
one?
reward.
Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. Which one's the punishment?
Right?
You think a blowjob is a punishment?
From Tack? I don't know. I've never had a blowjob from Tack.
I'm not giving you a mouth hug.
I'm the mouth hugger.
Speaking of the best mouth hugs in Orlando, our special guest joining us on studio. This you can
Sucks.
take medication where it keeps it on remission.
Keeps it at bay.
Yeah, and you can't. It doesn't have flare-ups.
I don't want that in my life.
It
right?
happened to my daughter with a sippy cup
Oh, that's horrible.
at a daycare.
I got mono from a cup when I was a kid, so I feel that sucks.
I know.
A
So for the
sippy
rest
cup?
of her life, from when she was like 2 years old,
She can
she'll
get
get like
that?
a little flare up, get a little cold sore.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
horrible.
That's sick.
Well, yeah.
So
anyway.
I brought like a little list here, but to preamble the list,
Ooh,
we got
preamble.
well, you know,
That was a big word, Tack.
like I know you don't like to talk about topical stuff, but this one kind of like
Topical
that makes sense.
cures like
Topical
an
cream.
infection.
Sunscreen.
Okay.
no.
No,
Like,
yes,
for
you
instance-
do. You're right. I like evergreen content a lot.
I know.
enjoy
Right.
it.
Coconut oil. It's for everything. You can use it to cook with, for sunburns, for lube,
You
everything.
chew it. You don't need to brush your teeth. I've heard.
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
I don't know if that's a thing.
That's what Bear Grylls said. He's like, no, I just keep it in my mouth.
Really.
Yeah, coconut
Interesting.
oil. Yeah,
It has healing properties too. So
really,
that
I've
makes
heard
sense.
that cooking bear meat with coconut oil is the shit.
Any
Really?
meat. It's delicious. It's great
Okay,
oil.
So Kevin Spacey recently, was,
Jesus.
Yes.
And
which is really sad because I
This
really
broke
love
Edgy's
Kevin Spacey.
I love Guy. He's a great actor.
He guy's a chameleon. He can
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
And his impressions are just amazing. Spot on.
Man, there were some other ones that got me that, Danny Matheson or whatever from that 70s show,
Danny
Hyde.
Masterson, yeah.
What did he
Masterson,
do?
I'm sorry. Well, it's allegations.
Yeah,
It's all
all alleged,
allegations.
yeah.
But apparently 4 girls have come forward saying that he actually raped them. And so now a lot of this stuff is coming forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
so,
sick.
well, it started with the Kevin Spacey because as soon as that came out, Netflix pulled his show
Yeah,
immediately within a couple days.
House of Cards?
House
No.
of Cards.
Was it
yeah.
House of Cards? Yeah.
And then some people were like, well, how come they're not pulling The Ranch? Danny Masterson's on that. And so that's, wow, shit. So
Do you know what
now-
happened to Kevin Spacey? What rumors have come out about him?
That he raped for. Oh, who?
No.
No.
His is something, and correct me here because this is all just like what I've heard through some other
Okay.
news medias. But wasn't he like courting a 14 or a couple different 14-year-olds?
He jerked off on a ficus is what it really was.
Was he courted? Allegedly, it was Anthony Rapp was the one that came out.
And now, is that the gentleman that was in, is that the same kid, and I could be wrong, that was in Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
That's who that is? Okay, I thought so. He
okay.
was great. He's a wonderful actor. And at that time, he would have been a young 30
that's
years
true.
ago, he would have been a young man. 14, apparently?
Well, in Days and Confused, he was a little older. He was probably like 20.
Well, no.
one was
I'm
he?
saying
When he was 14, he was in a Broadway show with Kevin Spacey back when he was like 27 or something like that. And the allegations were that Kevin Spacey was intoxicated and was like coming on to him and like touched him or something, or
When he was
It was more than
27?
that.
so, like had him on his lap. 2 other guys that were also into this whole wanting to expose pedophilia and child molestation in the entertainment industry were also, a lot of people think is a big conspiracy, was Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington as well.
What?
Really?
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, supposedly they were both working together and they have like a foundation and all this kind of thing. And they were about to
Yeah, they
come
were
out
very
and
good friends.
expose like all this pedophilia and child molestation in the entertainment
Both
industry.
victims
And then
themselves,
they both
correct?
are, quote, commit suicide within like, a month or so. of each
Yeah,
other.
yeah. They were really good friends. I didn't know that
Andrea.
they were doing all that. I didn't know that they were doing all that. They were very good friends.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
So a lot of people think it's a conspiracy and then they were murdered and
That they were murdered?
murdered to make look like it was
Well,
a
you gotta
suicide.
think. So you gotta think. Corey Feldman right now is attacking and threatening to attack people that have more money. They are the upper 1% of the U.S.
That's
that's a lot of money and a lot of ties.
He said he's got 10 people. He just apparently put out one of the names, the lowest level of the 10 that he's going to put out right now. But unfortunately, like I said earlier, these libel laws in California that deal with defamation of character are extremely hard to enforce. And also, when there's no
Evidence or
proof, there's no
credibility.
evidence, there's
Yeah.
no anything. This stuff is happening years and years ago. This stuff is really hard to nail down. So for them, I mean, sometimes that's why a lot of people haven't said anything, because there's zero proof, because obviously Weinstein's blowing his load in the ficus and not in the woman, and which is another weird thing in itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear that audio, dude? Oh,
Yeah.
that was so uncomfortable.
But it's the worst part about it was he was so smart to not endanger himself. He was just like, I deal with this all the time. He never said, get your naked ass in the, like, he never really put himself there, right? Is that basically the problem?
Covered his T's and dotted his I's.
Yeah. Is that the problem? Is that
I'm
why
a
they
little
can't?
confused on what you guys are talking about.
Oh, Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. I don't know a lot about this story either.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, I said a very distasteful joke on my last show about that, and I'm really sorry. I already got some comments.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I said kind of a sexist thing.
I have a quick little list I had, no pun intended, but that I came across.
Gross.
I get it. I'm sorry.
This is I may not say all of them. I'm just going to say the ones that we may recognize. 'Cause
Okay.
It's kind of long. It says 35 plus famous people that were charged with sex crimes.
Whoa.
So started this off kind of strong. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We already
Everybody
know about
knows
all
that one. Yeah.
Was he convicted?
I don't
He
think
bought
ever
everybody
was.
out of it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't
He did
prove
buy
it.
it.
Yeah. Motherfucker had like $2 billion. He bought whatever the fuck he wanted to buy.
And a monkey.
And a
Of course, we know about Bill Cosby, Woody Allen.
Oh yeah.
R.
Woody.
Kelly.